What's up, guys? We're live over on YouTube. We're live on TikTok. Good to see everybody for the Monday Night Football game, Vikes and Bears. Reading out the comments on YouTube. JJ McCarthy time. It is indeed. Let's see how he does. I'm excited to see how he starts the season, his first real season. Philip says about to hit a monster parlay this game. I feel it. You'll have to let me know some of your picks, Philip. Good to see everybody. Good to see everybody over on TikTok as well. McCarthy under center, first play of the game. He'll pitch out to Jones. Gain of 1.
Look at the lineups. First, we'll start with Minnesota. What they bring.
Benny says, get to see how good the Bears are before we play them. Yes, sir. I don't know where that game's at next week. Who you got tonight says, Sports Talk with Aiden. I'm going to take the Vikings. I like McCarthy, but I think this is going to be a really good game, personally. Does anybody know the spread? I do not know the spread. McCarthy play action here. Pass it out to Oliver on 2nd and 7. It'll be caught 2 yards short of the sticks. We'll be taking I'll be taking people in the guest box shortly. Over on TikTok. All right, 3rd down and 2 here for the Vikes. Looks like they're going to work out of shotgun. Aaron Jones to McCarthy's right. Thielen and Jefferson, bottom of the screen. McCarthy not looking that way. He looks right instead, and he's going to get wrapped up short of the sticks. Vikes will go 3 and out and have to punt right away. Go ahead and hit that heart, hit that like button if you guys don't mind. It'll help out the stream. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. Minus 1.5 Bears is what it was at. Oh, really? Bears were favored. That's interesting. Man, the McCarthy disrespect. It better be the Ben Johnson respect. Trade away Bijan and Tyreek and get Price, Kyren, and Rashee Rice. Oh, get Puka, Kyren, and Rashee Rice. Yeah, I like that trade for you, personally. What week was Rashee coming back? Punt returned out to about the 39-yard line. Chicago's going to have good starting field position for their first possession of the season. Yeah, I like that trade for you, and I have Bijan. But Tyreek is like, I mean, my cousin sent me a text earlier said Tyreek hasn't caught a ball over 30 yards since week 2 of last year. That's pretty wild. Surely he's not washed. Surely it's a quarterback thing or a system thing. All right, here we go. Caleb Williams' first snap of the 2025 season for the Chicago Bears will be out of the shotgun formation. He's going to look left the entire way. Now goes right and finds Swift out of the backfield. He'll gain about 3, 2nd and 7 up and coming. Looks like Colston Loveland's out there, the rookie out of the University of Michigan. My squad.
Now, that was the area of this football team where they just had to solidify some things. They did, as we said, 68.
He'll work under center this time. Swift is in the backfield. 2 receivers to the top of the screen. 2nd and 7 up and coming. They're going to run play action here again. Caleb jukes the defender, so he buys himself some more time and finds Swift out in the flats, left side. First down. Chicago Bears out to midfield. Nice play there. Nice improvisation. Why can't I get that word? Nice way to improv out of Caleb. I need Golf and St. Brown to get their stuff together for the sake of my fantasy points. Yeah, for sure. So you have Golf too, though? It's got to be better quarterback options there, right? I obviously love the Lions, but fantasy-wise, I'm in a 12-team league, and I don't know if I would sniff Golf because there's not enough consistency there. We run the ball well and steal a lot of touchdowns on the ground there. Caleb Williams will pitch back to DeAndre, who will Reverse field a bit and gain about 4 on that one. 2nd and 6 up and coming. Loveland is the man. I love Mr. Colson Loveland for sure. Hit that heart button if you guys don't mind over on TikTok. It helps out a lot. That's the way to get the momentum on TikTok. YouTube hates me. They can't stand me. They just I don't even know if I've even gotten over 10 viewers at the same time on YouTube. I don't know what's going on there. But I can't do anything but keep showing up. So it is what it is. Caleb Williams, play action this time around. Malungai with the first down. Bears looking awfully good so far. Golf to feed St. Brown the ball. But Burrow is my starter. Okay. Yeah, that didn't pan out for you yesterday. But Burrow has this thing. He gets started late a lot. He does that often. I think you'll be all right. I like Burrow and St. Brown. How many people are in your league? Appreciate the follow, my friend. I hope you are as well, man. Wait, you're talking to Benny. Cheers, brother. Make it rain. Hope you're having a good evening. You too, Ray. Thanks, Benny. Appreciate you, brother. I'm having a good one. I feel pretty good. I didn't know if I'd have the energy after streaming all day yesterday to do Monday night, but, much longer break this time around. I don't got to go all day today, so. I got it, but if you can't tell, I've lost my voice from yesterday. All right, here we go. 2nd and 4 for the Bears. The 30-yard line. Caleb Williams. 2 men in the backfield. He's under center. He's going to hand it off right side. No gain. Loss of 1 officially. Grinnard with the tackle in the backfield. 35 up and coming. They down here early for the Bears. Go Packers. Congrats on the dub, my friend. We'll see y'all again in November. Hopefully we'll be more ready. Grinnard last year, 59 tackles. I think it's at 12. Disney 12 sacks. That's a lot. Caleb wants a timeout as the play clock was running out.
Williams has started 4 for 4.
8:50 remaining in the first. It's a 0-0 ball game between the Vikes and the Bears. Opening game for the Bears in Soldier Field here this year. Who knows how much longer Soldier Field's going to be around? I think they have a plan to move elsewhere shortly. I thought I heard that.
So they had rearranged the middle three. Dahlman brought in from Atlanta. Tooney is a 4-time Super Bowl champion guard.
They have Jonah Jackson, the right guard. He's played for Detroit.
Jonah Jackson, who was with Ben Johnson.
Thanks for the likes over there on TikTok. Keep hitting that button if you don't mind. I tap it every now and then, just whatever. Put the tap and on tap sports. We're watching the Vikes and the Bears. If for whatever reason you want to call in, let me know. You can join the guest box. We'll talk while I call the game. Williams scrambling around right side. Finds his man. Great catch. That's a Odunze. First down. The Bears. Make sure he got his feet in bounds. Left. And he's going to drag his right. Yep, it's in. He's good. Nice grab there by Rome. They're going to hurry up a little bit here. Caleb, left side. Caught. About a 7-yard gain on that one. 2nd and 3 up and coming. Bears rolling. I think the curiosity for the Bears, and I don't know this answer, is how much Ben Johnson has his hand in the play calls here. I don't know how comfortable he is calling a lot of shots and trying to manage the team at the same time. But either way, Caleb's off to a great start. 6 for 6, 51 yards already. Fantasy grab? I have him. He's on my backup. He's my backup. I wanted to see how he'd do under that Ben Johnson offense, or Ben Johnson's system. Actually, I have both quarterback here. 12 main league. That was probably my weak spot as quarterback, but I took McCarthy and Caleb. Williams is looking decent so far, slinging it. He is indeed, Benny. Yeah, I wasn't the biggest Williams hater. I just didn't know about like him being. I mean, they were talking about he was like the best quarterback prospect since Manning and all that stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't know about all that. We'll see. That's high praise. All right, here we go. 2nd and 3. Williams under center for this one. Bears can get a first down without scoring, obviously. They'll go on a stretch play to Swift, and he is bottled up, nothing doing. He lost about 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Not much movement whatsoever, but you see Caleb Williams under center, and a lot of what the Bears are going to do is going to come off of that look. With the play action, they get the running game going. But as we said coming into this game, Joe, Minnesota was very tough to run the football against a year.
All right, another big 3rd down. Bears have been converting. 3rd and 6 on this one. Williams will work out a shotgun. Scrambling around. He'll scramble left, and he's going to take off. Will he get in? Touchdown, Chicago. They'll start off strong with a 6-0 lead. Extra point pending. Good decision there by Caleb Williams to tuck and run. And they're on the board. Bears take the early 6-0, probably 7-0 lead. Williams took it in himself. Yeah, he did. Looks like I started McCarthy. I may have started the wrong guy here. What are you going to do? 10 plays, 61 yards, 5 minutes and 41-second drive. Ends in a Bears tutty. Great drive for it. And go Bears. Extra point is indeed through. And they will indeed go up 7-0. 7:04 remaining in the first. Got a feeling this is going to be a good one. Should be a good one to finish off the week and opening week of the NFL season. How'd you guys enjoy it? What were y'all's takeaways for this first week so far? Well, that was impressive. Yeah, it was. Looked great. No incompletions. Pretty good decision making. Everything across the board. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We're here on TikTok. Join the guest box if you want to call in. I'm happy to talk to some people. Let's talk sports. I want to kind of call the game while I talk with people. And we're over there on YouTube as well. YouTube, I can show your comments on the screen. TikTok, I can talk to you. So they both have their different features. Golf needs to move out of the pocket sometimes and eat his eyes. Eat it. I don't know about eat. Oh. I don't know, man. Golf he's pretty immobile. I don't think that's like his game. That'd be open his eyes. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's his. I don't know if that's his game. I don't know if he would feel comfortable doing that. I mean, I agree if he could, but I think he's very much a stand in the pocket kind of quarterback, much like Tom Brady. Not obviously not to that degree, but Brady did the same thing. You rarely saw Brady like rolling out with pressure coming. He would either step up or what have you. Stay in that pocket. Manning did it too a lot. I mean, they didn't. Golf is a little bit more old school. Stands in that pocket. Doesn't do a lot of rolling out. It's not his forte. Philip says, Tua's brain is mush, and Mike McDaniel smokes too much that. That's my take. Yeah, the Dolphins, it's tough. I'm not even saying this just because you're my cousin. I think they may have looked the worst, obviously. I don't know if you're going to disagree with that. I don't think you would. I can't think of a team that looked worse than the Dolphins, especially considering it's not like the Colts are like world beaters or anything. Hi, how you doing? I'm doing great, Shara. I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. I hope you're doing well also. True, but when there's pressure, get out the kitchen. Yeah, no, I agree. I just don't know how good his legs are to get out the kitchen. Benny says that drive reminded me of the first drive yesterday during the Lions game. Yeah, they went right down the field on us, and it was telling as to what was gonna happen the rest of the night. I'm ready to watch Monday Night Football. We're here, my friend. We're here. 7-0 Bears. We're back on. Taylor says, "Let's go Bears." Good luck, my friend. I don't mind. I mean, even though they're in the division, I don't mind either of these teams, honestly. So I'm just looking for some good football tonight. And we got it so far. Good looking drive out of the Bears. Vikes went 3 and out, but they just didn't pick up the manageable third down. That's what happens a lot of times, man. That's what happened to Michigan on Saturday and Detroit yesterday, too. Couldn't pick up those third downs when we needed to. And those drive stallers will get you. They'll add up. All right, McCarthy's second drive of the season. They're going to make it easy on him, sling it out to Jefferson, let him do some work. He's going to go forward for about 4, maybe 5. I thought the Lions and Panthers were a close second now. Y'all just played a lot of better teams. Yeah, no, I agree with that. No, I'm fair with that. Panthers is a good one. The Lions would be a good one. I just think Packers are really, a lot better than the Colts. So, yeah, I would put Lions towards the bottom. I give our offensive line a D- at best, possibly an F. 2nd and 6. McCarthy will hand it off to Aaron Jones. He'll go forward for 1. It'll be 3rd and 5 up and coming. Can the Bears get another stop early in this game? Third and 4. Hawkins and Jefferson to the left of McCarthy. McCarthy has the legs, too. Let's see what they do here. Looking left the whole time to his studs. He's going to try to take off, but he stumbles, and the Bears will get another stop. Not on McCarthy on that one. Way too much pressure early. He looked left and probably didn't have a man open. I didn't see there, but either way, McCarthy didn't have much time, and I think he was looking for Jefferson from the get. Not a bad idea, obviously, but doesn't work this time around. Vikes will have to punt. Everyone gets an F for Miami, says Philip. I could probably agree with that. I didn't watch too much of the game, but from what I saw, it looks like it. Punts away, caught at the 18. Taken forward to about the 25-yard line. Bears scored a touchdown on their first drive. Let's see what they'll do it this time around. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. Calling the games. We call football all season long. We'll be doing March Madness, all kinds of sports. We make videos. We make parodies, skits, everything. So analysis videos, all the good stuff. This is on Tap Sports. Give me a follow if you don't mind. Hit that like button. Let's get some traction. Usually on TikTok, the traction comes. That's the problem I have with YouTube. I know I talk about this a lot, but I like talking about it because I like to keep you guys updated on how this stuff works, even though it's been 4 years since I've been on. But that's a big reason why I was done with YouTube for a while. It's just they don't have it figured out. TikTok excites me a lot more because their algorithm actually allows for people to grow. I don't know what they do differently. I don't know if there's more people on TikTok or what, but it is just much more organic on TikTok. On YouTube, it's like you either are Tom Grossi or you're not. And it just is nobody can grow on there because they don't let anybody else be seen. McCarthy went a whole season without playing. Have to remember that. Yeah, for sure. No, I agree with that. But I'm not going to be too biased just because I'm a Michigan fan. McCarthy, he's been in training camp. He should be ready to go. He's a professional now. But so far it's nothing's. I haven't seen him do anything wrong so far. It's just They're not converting on third down. He'll be all right. He'll be all right. I have high hopes for McCarthy. Not too high hopes because I'm a Detroit fan, but high enough hopes. Showing highlights of the Super Bowl in 1985, Bears and Patriots. Last time the Bears won it. Vikes don't have one, correct? Yeah, they don't have one. I think they've been to like a couple, but lost both of them. All right, we're back at it from commercial break. Bears second drive up and coming. Already at the 4:51 mark in the first quarter. For sure, laugh out loud, says Benny.
I ran into my former teammate of mine, Dennis Virginia, who was a part of that 85 club, that later came and joined us in Dallas. Great to see so many.
Caleb Williams' first drive, 6 for 6, 51 yards, and a rushing touchdown. He'll start this one off with a play action. Has enough time, gets it out to Swift in the flats. No gain. Did all he could just get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10, up and coming.
Some opportunities for Caleb down the field, but he's doing the right thing instead of trying to do too much. If he's a little
the old combo of Troy Aikman and Joe Buck. I like it. I'm a fan. I don't know how you guys feel. 2nd and 10. Williams has 3 receivers at the top of his screen, 1 on the bottom, and a running back in the backfield. He's scrambling around. He's going to take off again, and he has room. Out to the 39-yard line. First down, Chicago. Caleb doing a little bit of everything so far. This is more of what the number 1 pick is supposed to look like. He's a runner. He's a track star. 313 here. What up, Detroit? Good to see you, Joey. Appreciate you, man. I'm still hurt over yesterday, he says. Yeah, don't worry. It's just one game. We'll be fine. We lose next week, and the Bears look pretty good so far. We lose next week, then we can start having some cause for concern, especially with our schedule. They'll hand it off to DJ Moore. They had DJ Moore in the backfield on that play. He'll gain about 5. 2nd and 5 for the Bears. The OC and DC looked horrible, to be honest. Yeah, we had some problems for sure. I'm just kind of chalking it up. I'm just hoping that it's more that Green Bay was really, really good, because they were in our backfield all night, and I'm not sure if anybody's game plan could have countered that, 2nd and 5 now. Bears at their own 43-yard line, and there'll be a false start on that one. So that's what you don't want to see if you're Chicago. You're getting things rolling, have an excellent start to the season, and penalties are drive stallers. They are, but so are we. Yeah, I agree. Appreciate you, Joey. Tap that like button if you guys don't mind. Heart. Let's get some people in here. Caleb throws it this time around. It's caught by Loveland for a gain of 8.
So they're trying to work this side here. DJ Moore is going to go to the corner, and they get the too high look with the safety. So that's the hole in that zone, and he just doesn't quite turn it loose. So Caleb's done a lot of really great things, but there's been opportunity for some bigger plays if he gets a good pre-snap read and knows exactly where the design of the play is taken.
3rd and 2, and Caleb's going to throw behind his receiver on that one. That's the first big mistake we've seen Caleb make tonight. It'll be 4th down now as Rogers gets the tackle, the easy tackle in the backfield. Momentum was taking the receiver backwards anyways. The Bears will have to punt this time around. Benny says Loveland. Yep. Nice to see him get a catch already.
Really all that much. They
Torrey Taylor off the punt from the 42-yard line for the Bears. Gets it off clean. And so line drive. A little bit chippy here. There's been a lot of chippiness in the first week of the season. Only if Bryce had Loveland this season. Yeah, that'd be helpful, to say the least. All right, McCarthy's third possession. I got a feeling this is the one. This is the one he'll get it moving. I think he'll be all right here. At least a field goal. At least a field goal. Hey, never mind. 7-0 ball game. Man, why did my scoreboard? None of these pages scoreboards update automatically. What's up with that? That is silly. All right, we're live for the Bears and the Vikings. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. Give us a like. Give us a follow. Be coming out with some skit videos later on in this week, Tuesday and Wednesday. I've got some other things, power rankings, all that good stuff. I used to make the long form, big time edited content. And then they stopped rewarding you for it. So you gotta play the short game, which is easy for me. I'm 5'6". The Vikings winning this game, I'm shocked that it was a 1.5 point spread for the Bears in favor of the Bears. I mean, it's home field advantage. They got Ben Johnson, obviously. But man, people are really down on McCarthy from Darnold. I'd have thought the Vikes would have been favored by like 2 or 3. This is just easy money taking the Vikes, in my opinion. I know it's 7-0 Bears, but Vikes are going to win this game. IMO. So far, they've had 6 plays, 11 yards, 2 punts. Not the start you want, necessarily. So they'll start this one with 58 seconds left in the first. They'll start it at the 19 is where that punt ended up going out of bounds. And they'll give it off to Mason, Jordan Mason out of San Francisco. Nice little game there, 6 yards. 2nd and 4 up and coming. Good run left side, good blocking. Yeah, Thielen with a pretty good block there. Seal off the edge as well as Hawkinson. 2nd and 4 from the 25. McCarthy sends a man in motion. It's Jefferson. He's going to hand it off left side this time to Mason, and the Vikes are getting the run game going. Gain of 5 there. First down, Vikings. And that will end the first quarter. First quarter so far, we've had 2 3 and outs for the Vikings. Bears have been rolling both drives, really, but the last drive stalled at the end. Over an errant pass by Caleb Williams. But the Vikings, like I said, I think they're going to get something going on this one. I think they're all right on this drive. Got to work those kinks out at first. They got them. They're only down 7. Not too much damage. So that was a big stop last time around. See if they can at least get a field goal out of this one. so far so good. A first down off of 2 Jordan Mason runs, 11 yards total. Check out on the box score here for a second. McCarthy so far 1 for 1, 5 yards. Yeah, because he's been taken off. Caleb Williams has 9 attempts. He's 9 for 9, so both quarterbacks are perfect, but one's a little more perfect than the other. 56 yards. Caleb Williams also has run twice for 21 yards, 1 touchdown. Jordan Mason, 2 attempts for the Vikings, 12 yards. Aaron Jones, 2 for 5. Jefferson got a run as well, 1 for 4. DeAndre Swift was bottled up in his 3 carries. He only has 1 yard. So that's the early stuff. Bears looked great on that first drive. A little bit of everything. Nice and methodical. Caleb Williams, a little bit of everything. He's run, he's passed. He's looked like the first pick that we thought he would be. Didn't look like that all of last season. Had his moments, but see if he can improve upon what he was last year in his sophomore campaign. Kevin O'Connell being interviewed now. The coach of the year last season, even though Dan Campbell beat him both times. Not sure how that happens, but whatever. I'm not bitter. I just told him, his demeanor and everything about him doing his job right now is good. We got to pick him up around and me included. Yeah, I agree with Kevin O'Connell. I know, again, I might be a little bit biased here. I'm a Michigan fan, but he said he really likes J.J. McCarthy's demeanor. He's chill. He's good. So 2 3 and outs, but the demeanor's there. I think so. McCarthy's a comfortable cat, man. He sets down in the pocket here. He's going to throw deep. That could be a pass interference. It will be. He threw deep to Jones. Defender had no clue where the ball was. He's draped over Aaron Jones. That'll be a first down for the Vikings. Nice play there. Oh, yeah. Pushed him and everything. Like to see JJ lead him a little bit more, but either way, got the flag called. On a deep ball, pretty good. They were working also with Justin Jefferson over the middle. But Dennis Allen, the first season as Bears defensive coordinator. Obviously, he was with the Saints the last few years. It'll be 1st and 10 for McCarthy in the offense. They'll get their first technical first down. Or second one, actually, after the Jordan Mason rushes. They're all the way out to the 28-yard line of the Bears. McCarthy takes off. His over-under on rushes was 2.5 rush attempts. That's 1 right there, and he goes forward for 11 yards. That's the sauce that J.J. McCarthy can bring you. Able to run as well. Two pretty good runners in this game at the quarterback position. He's under center this time around. He's going to hand it off to Mason. About 4 yards there. Get rid of this dummy. Last year, Aaron Jones, he had more touches than he had at any other time in his career. And they just don't want to 2nd and 5 now. 13:44 remaining in the second quarter. McCarthy with Mason again in the backfield. They'll hand it off to him again. This time the Bears are not fooled. Loss of 2. They'll have a 3rd and 7 up and coming. Good job there by he's out there playing the edge, and you got Oliver who's trying to make the block, and he just forces it out wide. He holds the point. If you don't secure that, you're going to have a hard time running strong. All right, 3rd and 8. McCarthy, make a play here. Has time. Makes the throw. I think it's dropped. Yep. Didn't look like a bad throw to me out there to Jefferson, and it kind of squeaks right through. Bears better than y'all. You'll miss Ben Johnson more than you know. I mean, we already knew we were going to miss Ben Johnson, obviously, but you got to take the head coaching spot. Yeah, that's right there in the chest for Jefferson. I mean, he's sliding down. It's not going to be an easy catch, but you expect one of the best receivers in the league to make that grab. It was on the money. It was right as he made his cut as well. It's not like McCarthy had anywhere else to go. So on 4th down, they'll have to kick the field goal, and it'll be up and in. 7-3. Vikings get on the board. We got a pretty good ball game here. 12:48 remaining in the second. In Beantown. I've been there. It's pretty nice in that area. I know a lot of people have their thoughts about Chicago, but north side of Chicago is nice. Got some points. 3, says Benny. Indeed. Take it. You got to take what you can get. The NFL, points aren't easy to come by. Good to see everybody. This is On Tap Sports. We're on YouTube. We're on TikTok. Hit that like button. Tap it as much as you can. See if we can get some traction. On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. Well, Monday Night Football, first of many this year. We'll be here calling all the games every Monday night. I mean, every Monday and every Thursday night. There may be some I skip every now and then if it's just awful, you know. But I plan on being at most, if not all. And then we'll be here Sundays from dusk till dawn, pretty much. Trying to grow the channel and see what we can do here. Build us a community. Gonna need McCarthy to do a little bit more work here, man. I have no shot in fantasy, but you know, I'd like to make it close and respectable. That'd be great. And just have a little bit of hope that my quarterback in a 12-man league is gonna help me out. I do have Caleb Williams too, though. So one of them's gonna have a good season, right? So orange, moon's all orange over there. Well, Benny, what was that? What was that they showed? Are you watching the game? Didn't you talk about that yesterday about the moon? It was like orange colored. 7-3, Bears with the lead. 12:48 left in the second quarter, and they're about to get the ball. Caleb Williams about to get that rock again. I think we played at noon. We play at noon Saturday against Central Michigan without Sharon. Yeah, Biff Bogey, right? Going to be our coach. He was out at Charlotte. Flag down on the return. Let's see who it's on. See if the Bears will be backed up or.
Illegal formation. Number 24, the kicking team for leaving early. A 5-yard penalty will be enforced at the end of the return.
It's on the Vikings. It'll be a 5-yard penalty at the end of the return. So Bears get a little help there. These last 2 games were at 7:30, so I had to wait all day to watch them. Yeah, exactly. I didn't like waiting all day for Oklahoma. Would have liked to. Well, I don't know. There's like a counter argument for that. If you lose early in the day, then your whole day is just like jacked up. But if you lose at night, then you waited all day for nothing. Are we worried about St. Brown? What would be we worried about St. Brown for? He's all right. Caleb scans the field and finds DJ Moore, who stiff arms a man. Nice show of power there, and he gets out to the 31-yard line up the Vikings. Caleb throwing dime so far for the Bears. But yeah, I like to watch different kinds of moons. Yeah, that one was sick. They just showed on TV. I guess you're not watching the game or have it on TV, but it was like a bright orange. It looked cool. Kind of looked like the Bears like C. First and 10. Knocking at the door again. Caleb calling a little bit of an audible here. And they're going to hand it off to DJ Moore. DJ Moore been in the backfield a couple of times in this game so far. Hit that like button if you don't mind over there on YouTube. Smash the hearts over on TikTok. We're on both. On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We're just hanging out. If you're on TikTok and you're watching, you want to call in and be in the guest box, just shoot over an invite. 10 for 10 tonight so far for Caleb. 86 yards, 21 rush yards, 1 touchdown. Nice day already. See if you can keep it going. Jeffrey, what's up, brother? Good to see you, man. He says, well, long time no see. Go Bucks. What's been going on? I like all that, but the Go Bucks part. Nothing much, man. Just trying to, I kind of, got engaged recently, and she has a daughter. I have my son or whatever, and so we're kind of settled. I'm settled in and got this little studio area that put together, and so figured let's get back to On Tap Sports. Let's get back at it. So here we are, my friends. Great seeing you. What you been up to? Let me know. 2nd and 14. Caleb. Good pressure this time. He's able to escape it from now. Looking downfield, can't find a man. Spins on a guy. And he'll get about 6 off of that. Be 3rd and much more manageable. Nice play there by Caleb to make something out of nothing. Not sure what we were talking about being worried about St. Brown. Diet. He's good. I mean, receivers didn't have any time to get into the routes yesterday. Golf didn't have any time to throw. We'll definitely have better days. Oh, congrats, man. I'm happy for you. Thanks, Jeffrey. Appreciate that, man. Yep. Proposed out there on Lake Michigan. About 2 months ago now. Fall start now, so everything that Caleb just got, he lost. It'll be 3rd and 11. Not everything, but Jonah Jackson with the penalty.
3 false start penalties against the Bears in the half.
Yeah, 3 false starts already for the Bears. This kind of area where they have to they have to grow up a little bit. 3rd and 11. They're going to hand it off, try to catch the Vikings by surprise. It almost works. They gained about 9, and now we have a decision here. 4th and 2. Bears kind of want to go for it. Caleb wants to go for it. He's nodding his head yes. The crowd wants to go for it. They're going to officially say it's 3. Ben Johnson looking at his card here. He's calling this play. And we'll see what Ben can dial up. Us Lions fans know a little thing or two about that. 4th down conversions last season for Chicago, they were 61%, which was good for 13th in the NFL. But on this one, they'll have to call a timeout beforehand. As the play clock was running down, they didn't want to rush it. So Caleb go back to coach and see if they can figure out something good or send in their kicking team. 7-3 ball game. Bears with the lead. They had a touchdown on the opening drive. Vikings went 3 and out. And then just now had a pretty decent drive, primarily helped out by a long pass interference call. They settled for a field goal. That's where we stand, 7-3. Last playoff win for the Bears, 2010. Last winning season, 2018. It's been horrendous for Chicago. Will Ben Johnson be the answer? Time will tell. I'll be happy for him if he is. I don't want him to have too much success because I need Detroit to be good in that division still, but 4th and 3, they will go for it. Caleb, pretty bad throw on that one, honestly. Led his man way too much. That was DJ Moore. And, yeah, he had him. I agree. Buck and Bateman. Turned it over. Yeah, they did. But did that get tipped? It did not. Not the best play. Broken up by Metellus, the Michigan Wolverine on that play. We'll go to commercial break. 8:55 remaining in the second quarter. Missed opportunity from the Bears there. I get analytics. I understand analytics, but I'd still get confused by them these days just because, to me, it's like 8:55 left in the second quarter. It's 7-3. My mind goes to, all right, we have a low scoring game. This is what it's going to be unless things change drastically, So to me, it's like in a low scoring game, you want to take the points. That's just how I feel. That's where my mind goes. But, Ben Johnson obviously has a lot of confidence in his play calling and probably has a lot of confidence in his personnel. So he felt confident they could get it. Didn't work out. But hey, that's why they get paid the big bucks, to make the big decisions. Sometimes it pans out, sometimes it doesn't. We're critical when it doesn't, and we don't applaud as much when it does work out. We always want to focus on the bad things. We're at commercial break in Soldier Field here, 7-3. Bears with the lead. In this NFC North game, obviously, Bears play the Vikings, NFC North matchup. Lions play the Packers, NFC North matchup. So all 4 teams start with in-division foes, and we play Chicago next week. I'm going to assume Minnesota doesn't play Green Bay. That'd just be crazy. We just going to go crazy starting out the season with these in-division matchups. Let's see when Detroit does play Minnesota. I know we play Chicago next week. I don't think we have Minnesota anytime soon. I know they're not like one of our first 6 games. Good to see everybody over on TikTok. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. Same for YouTube. Give me a like and a follow if you don't mind. JJ's only thrown 2 passes today, 1 for 2, 11 rush yards. He's been sacked twice, and he has 5 pass yards. Yeah, Detroit doesn't play the first game against the Vikings until November 2nd. Second game on Christmas Day. 1st and 10. We'll send Jones in motion. We're going to hand him off to him on the reverse. Vikings will go forward for about 2 yards. 2nd and 8 up and coming. Benny says, cheers, Jeffrey. Good evening. And Jeffrey says, I think I'd rather see the Bears win. Hooray. I'm down for either. I think I'm technically rooting for the Bears. Just help out the Lions to not have a competition. But you're a Cincinnati fan, aren't you? So this doesn't have too much meaning for you, being NFC teams. McCarthy scans the field, finds Hawkinson out at the 30-yard line. 3rd and about 4 or 5 up and coming for the Vikes. The Vikes, they would like to sustain a drive here for sure. Is there any way they can both lose? Says Ania. I'd be okay with that. Go Pack Go, says Matthew. Congrats on the W yesterday, my friend. Hit that like button if you guys don't mind. We're at 1,000 now. That's a good bit. Appreciate you guys. 3rd and 4. Vikings going to work out a shotgun. And, Jefferson's open. You got to get it to him faster than that, though. Man, McCarthy. McCarthy messed up on that one for sure. He had McCarthy. He had Jefferson springing open. Would have got the first, but he took too long. I think he didn't want to like stay dialed in on Jefferson again because that's the obvious play. But watch this replay. McCarthy scanning the field, and right there you got to throw it. He waits too long. Like the stream, and subscribe. Thanks, Philip. Appreciate you, my friend. They're going to punt here. They don't want to be as risky as the Bears. Play a field position game. And it's not a good one. It's going to go out of bounds. See where the ref marks it. They keep doing that. They keep not showing where the ref marks it. So I think it's somewhere around like the 36 or so. Not a good punt for the Vikings. So their decision to punt the ball for field position purposes doesn't work out as well as they had hoped. I'd also be okay with both losing. Lions versus Bengals Super Bowl. I'd love that. I was excited when the Bengals played a couple, few years or not a few years back now. God, I'm getting old already. But when the Bengals played the Rams, I enjoyed that. I was there for you that season, and I was okay with either team winning that one. I remember saying, I was okay with Cincinnati. I've always had like a soft spot in my heart for Cincinnati. Sam White actually was a quarterback coach for a little bit at my high school, and taught at my high school, and then went to a opponent's high school to do the same. So always a soft spot in my heart for Cincinnati for sure, but was also okay with Stafford winning. So Lions going to be a good team. Sometimes adversity is best in September, says Matthew. Yeah, I agree. I'd rather lose. I was thinking about that today. I was like, I'd rather lose to the Packers now, play them again in November. I think it's Thanksgiving Day. We'll see what happens, But I'd rather, if we're going to lose, if we split that series with them, I'd rather lose this one than the other one. Finish the season strong. But either way, like this, they may meet 3 times this year. Honestly, I could see the Packers and the Lions meeting each other in the playoffs. I saw yesterday. I'm not sure what the stat said. It said something about Minnesota, Green Bay, and Detroit making the playoffs last year, and that was like the first time in so odd amount of years or whatever that the same 3 teams from the same division made it. Thanks, man. Appreciate you, Philip. Thanks, Cuzzo. I've been trying to figure out that dang. I'm trying to figure out TikTok gifts. That's a whole nother beast. I don't know what any of them mean. Everybody's like, yeah, he said, I don't know what I'm doing. I have no clue what any of that, like what that stuff means. I'm so paranoid one day, like, I don't think this is a concern I have to have, but like somebody's going to send me this crazy thing that everybody's going to be like, oh my gosh, he's in a dolphin. Appreciate you. Does it at least, hopefully it at least shows you what everything costs. You going to wake up in the morning, you go, Ariel, or your wife's going to get your butt behind, man. Appreciate you. Hopefully, for my sake, that dolphin's a lot. You won't be able to refrain from giving the dolphin. Give me a dolphin for every loss they have, right? Play action here, Caleb. Ball gets batted down. Be 2nd and 10. Some roses. Nice. I have no. This is so funny. He's just sending random stuff, dude. Hey, we got 10. We got 10 people on YouTube. Double digits, baby. What a day. What a day. Now they only say congratulations. I'll never forget the small people, I'll never forget y'all. Caleb Williams back to pass again. The pass heavy here lately. And flies it over the head of his intended receiver. There is a flag in the backfield. It's going to be a hold against Chicago per Joe Buck. We went back down to 5. Must have been my singing. Sorry, guys. Appreciate the likes. We're at 1,400 likes over on TikTok. Give me a follow. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We're covering the Bears and Vikings for the first Monday Night Football game of the season. We cover football. We cover basketball, probably baseball playoffs, everything. Everything on here. So come hang out. Join the guest box if you want to talk sports. Just send an invite and we'll talk. I got this mic set up right underneath the speaker, so they'll be able to hear you over on YouTube as well. Growing every stream. Yeah, Benny. The TikTok ones, not tonight so far, but they've been doing, they did okay last night. So we're going to get there. I appreciate you. Like, you guys motivate me, man. Y'all like make me feel like I can do it. Sometimes I'm like, man, did I mess up? Let them cook. Let them cook now. Philip, appreciate you, man. Let them cook. Philip's just over there. Benny, Philip's over here on TikTok, just like, oh, sunglasses. What? He's just like sending these. I don't know if you've ever been on TikTok like that, Benny, where like people can send gifts and stuff, and they equate to money, but like it's hard to. It's just random things. It's like roses, dolphins, let them cook. Like, but it doesn't show you how much money it is or what it is. It's usually just like pennies and stuff like that or whatever. I don't need Philip going crazy sending me cash. But it's just funny. It's all these random things. It's hard for streamers. Like I need to make myself a cheat code or something over here because I'm just paranoid. One day somebody's gonna send me something crazy or whatever, and I'm gonna be like, I'm just like, thank you for that, appreciate it, man. And they're gonna be like, dude, that's a lame reaction. I just sent him a tarantula. That thing's worth $500. I saw one time on Tom Grossi's stream, he got sent $7,777. That's crazy. That's absurd. I ain't hating. The man's an icon in the game. I created an account a few years ago, but didn't really like it. I like YouTube. Yeah, I as a streamer, as somebody who gets on here or whatever. Oh, Phil, you reach some kind of fan club. I want to like YouTube more personally. I think deep down inside I like YouTube more, but I just don't like the algorithm or whatever. So I gotta I kind of like TikTok more as far as short form content and how it actually helps out and makes it worth your time. Thanks, Sophie. Appreciate you, my friends. They say, what's up with the O-line? Lions don't even look, thanks, Philip, don't even look remotely like the same team this year. Hey, I'll say this, plenty of things to say here. It's game one, you're going against a really, really good Green Bay team. I predicted Green Bay to go to the Super Bowl this year, even before they got Micah Parsons. So, I don't know. The miscommunication and stuff like that, that was kind of rough to see, especially that one play and then everybody's showing where Montgomery, ooh, nice little cowboy hat and mustache, nice. Appreciate you guys though. But that play that everybody's showing Montgomery where he almost got the safety, that was bad. That was a whole miscommunication. So we'll see. We'll see if we can get those kinks worked out, and I'm confident we will. I don't think. Ratledge can be good. He wasn't good yesterday, but he can be good. Sewell did okay, and you got to remember he's going against Parsons, one of the best. And when Parsons wasn't there, sometimes he was on Gary, and they're really good up front. I can't say that K word. They're really good up front. So I'm not going to overreact yet. Need to get the W against Chicago next week, though. Have to get the W next week against Chicago. Oh, what's happening? Sometimes TikTok does this where it says the live will end if I don't verify that I'm on it. It's like, how do y'all not know I'm on it? My face is on it and everything. Jordan Mason plunges forward for a first down, but there's a flag on the play. Has the window closed for the Lions? I'm going to say no. I'm not confident about that answer. I don't know how you feel. It is awesome, Phil. You love messing around with those things. I'm not confident about that answer, but I feel like we'll be okay. And I still think we're a really good team. I mean, you look at our depth chart across the board, and you have to remember Malcolm Rodriguez was still out. Uh, Somebody else is still out. Oh, Lee McNeil's still out. So there's only room for improvement, and that is a good thing. I'll say, if trying to be positive here. Yeah, Glasgow didn't look good either. I agree. Trying to be positive here. We did kind of fine tune some things in the defense after those first few initial drives. I think things got better after that. So, because we saw the defense late last year with all the injuries, and it got out of hand. We were giving up, and we gave up 45 to Washington, and we gave up 50 something to Buffalo, didn't we? So, at least we didn't see that. Hutch can only get better. He was double teamed all game. Davenport needs to win his one-on-ones. Yeah, and they did that thing to Hutch that is smart for teams to do, which is get rid of the ball quickly a lot. Small routes. 2nd and 20. McCarthy's going to throw an incomplete pass. Good pressure out of the Bears there. And 3rd and 20 with a basically rookie quarterback is not what you want. Appreciate you guys on YouTube. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. Everybody on TikTok, On Tap Sports, virtual sports bar. Hit that like button if you don't mind. We're almost at 2,000 likes. Hutch can only get better. He was double team. Oh, yeah, I read that one already. Third down and 20. What do you do out of your playbook here? And the play clock. McCarthy, that's supposed to be raised. It does get raised. He's asking for it, and they gave it to him. They're going to call the delay a game. Interesting. McCarthy does make a little bit of a rookie error there. Thinking the play clock should get raised, but it apparently wasn't supposed to. As a Packers fan, what happened to them Lions? Just a not a great day. But like I said, I'll give a lot of credit to you guys. I think y'all played great. Came ready. Lot of intensity early on. We got the momentum early. 3rd and 25. They'll go conservative here more than likely. They do. They pitch it off or sling it out to Jordan Mason. A little bit of a respectable gain there, about 7. So it'll be 4th and 18, and the Vikings will punt the ball away. Appreciate you, Wesley. Thanks, my friend. If you guys don't mind, give me a follow if you haven't already. Cutting from his own 5-yard line. Ball's caught at the 34 and returned out to the 41. Vikes defense has been stout all night outside of that first possession. We'll see if they can come through one more time for J.J. McCarthy in the offense. Hopefully McCarthy and them can get it rolling for their sake. Vikes were in a lot of close games last season. Ended up 14-3, and I have to take a look back, but I know there's a lot of them. I mean, they could have been 8-9 as far as I'm concerned. They were in a lot of one-score games. So, let's see if J.J. McCarthy can make the same kind of magic happen in these close ones. Swift with a run there, gain of about 4, 2nd and 6. Approaching the 4-minute mark left in the second quarter until halftime. Go! Sent over. Appreciate you, Philip. There's just I've messed around. I've done that before too, Philip, where I was just messing around with them, sending them to people. What is that? Give me the heat. These are a lot of, I don't know where you're finding these ones. I don't remember seeing any of these. Did you know YouTube used to be a dating site? You know what? Now that you say that, Benny, I feel like I did know that. Like it has grown like crazy since the early 2000s. They're in the discount section. Nice. Well, like, what do you have to do? Do you have to like put in your account information or whatever to get those to begin with? I can't remember how I did. I thought I had like credit because of the money that I was making on TikTok. It was like you already have like credits or something like that. First down, nice throw there on a rope by Caleb Williams to Zacchaeus. And they'll go into Vikes territory. Boston coins, and then you get options. Nice. That's awesome. YouTube's a dating site no more now. Now the place to go is Hinge. That's where I found my current wife. Swift on the carry. Gains 3. Yeah, it was. I've been on YouTube since 08, 09, around there. Yeah, I think that's about when I started really getting on it, honestly. And then, just started out as just like this thing that people made videos on or whatever for the love of it. Now people make it for the love of it and can make a living out of it. And some people just make it for money. That'll never be me. Swift, 1 yard on the carry, 3rd and 6 up and coming. We are going to hit the 2-minute mark here in the second quarter. 2-minute warning. $2,200 likes over on TikTok. If you don't mind, keep hitting that heart button. I like that the host gets to hit it as well. Show myself some love. Would you rather stash Luther Burden or Isaac Tesla? I don't know if either are great options, to be honest with you, but Tesla will be used in the red zone a lot more, so I would say Tesla. Tesla, you can get the ball to him even on a bad day, kind of thing. And Luther Burden, I think they're gonna have to, be doing well. He's a more deep route runner. Tesla's got a, you just throw it up to him. Tesla's stock long term has been solid. Yeah, I think so. My only concern is like, Tesla. My only concern with Tesla is that we may use him like Fourier. I don't know how many. I know Lions fans will remember Fourier, but I don't know how many people would remember Fourier. But that's kind of how we used him. Whereas I think Tesla's good enough to like really be on the field. Honestly, I like him a lot. Thanks, my friend. You sound like a young Chris Collinsworth. I'll take it. Now here's a guy. I have Kittle. Unfortunately, should have picked up Harold Fannin or Brenton Strange. Yeah, Kittle out. What 2-3 weeks? I think it said. Yeah, that's a bummer. Well, I ended up going with Mark Andrews. I picked a tight end pretty late, and he seems to be still lingering from that injury because in a game where they scored 40 points, my guy had 1 point, so 1 fantasy point. So that wasn't great. He really cost me. I think I had a lot of things happen this week that were quite unfortunate. Mark Andrews only had 1. The Eagles defense, like Jalen Carter went out early or whatever. I didn't think they were going to do great against Dallas anyways, but there weren't any better options on the waiver wire. Xavier Worthy hurt the 3rd play of the game, so that really crushed me. I'm over here with Keon Coleman and Hollywood Brown on the bench, Now tonight I started J.J. McCarthy over Caleb Williams, and that seems to be the wrong decision. All right, Caleb on 3rd and 5. Nice conversion there out to the Zacchaeus on the deep out. 1st and 10, Bears. What's up, Garrett? Good to see you, brother. It's going well, my friend. How about yours? Good game yesterday. Go Pack Go. Yes, sir. Congratulations on it, my friend. Do you know who those guys are? Yeah, so Fan and I do. Strange, I did not. This Brenton Train sounds familiar. I just don't know where I know him from. What team's he on?
Protection broke down. He's got 4 scrambles, 32 yards, 2 first downs, touchdown run.
Do an impression of Collinsworth, Glaze, and Mahomes. I feel like I would do it an injustice because Henry Markin's so good at it. Now here's a guy. It kind of reminds me of a young Patrick Mahomes. I'm gonna say it. Pitches it off to Swift. He'll cut in and gain about 2 on that one. Fannin had 9 targets and a carry. So much upside with him. Yeah, I agree. They got him involved. Belt to booty. Yeah, Packers did great yesterday.
Kevin O'Connell is elected to let the clock run. The Bears certainly aren't going to stop the clock. They'll let this thing run down.
Cheers, Garrett, brother. Hope you're having a great evening, says Benny. All right, 35. Bears letting the clock run. They don't want Vikings to have too much time, and Kevin O'Connell's not going timeout with McCarthy under the center here. Caleb Williams will complete the pass. The clock's going to keep running. They're not going to get the first down, and the Vikes will call a timeout this time. I think what it is Kevin O'Connell with that whole debacle last year with Chicago and Detroit and their terrible clock management. Maybe he was hoping that would happen again. Practice a little bit. I swear you got it in you. I'm not bad at the impression. I have a lot of bad impressions, but I could possibly do a Collinsworth. But I'll let that be Henry Martin saying. He's good at it. We all have our fortes. I say that's his. There's some really good sports creators over on TikTok and across the board, but they primarily do it on TikTok. Like, sports content is actually content I thoroughly enjoy, especially during football season. There's not many things that I want to watch to take up my day mindlessly, but sports content's one of them. I will. Santos with a 42-yard attempt. It's curving. It barely nudges in there, but it is good. So the Bears will take a 10-3 lead with 24 seconds left. We'll see if the Vikings even attempt much of anything with only 1 timeout and a young quarterback. Yes, sir. You as well, says Garrett. That first drive was great. Vikings defense must have woke up. Yeah, I agree. And, Caleb made some plays for sure. Did a lot with his legs and with his arm. We're almost at halftime, 10-3. Bears over Vikes. McCarthy's, looked pretty mad. I wouldn't say bad, just hasn't been able to convert on 3rd down primarily. A couple times, I can't think of a time that it was on him though. Honestly, I'm not trying to make excuses for him, but his line didn't hold up the first couple times, and then Jefferson. I feel like the pass was on the money to Jefferson. They only have 52 yards here in this game. That is not good. The Bears have 172. I got the Bears in this one. Nice. I picked the Vikes to win it, but I didn't even know the Bears were favored by 1.5. Go Pack, go! Congrats on the dub, my friend. Vikes get it out to the 32-yard line with 19 seconds. What would y'all do? You got one timeout, 19 seconds, basically a first-year quarterback. What would you guys do here? Kneel it, go to halftime, run a run play, or what? They're showing all the trick plays that we will drastically miss in Detroit. How about them Bears? They're looking good so far, Andrew. 3,000 likes over on TikTok. Keep hitting that like button. Maybe TikTok will reward me for it. As a Pats fan, I'm a little worried about Drake May. I think he's lacking confidence. They will pass. McCarthy throws downfield, and it pays off. Caught on the run. They'll call their timeout. Or did he get out of bounds? They're saying he got out of bounds, right? Yeah, I'm not a big Drake May guy. I don't know. For me, it's like, we saw Trubisky do it. I'm not going to compare him to Trubisky, but I feel like Drake May's better, but I'm not a big Drake May guy. The Pats will figure something out, though. I mean, they were due up to have a little bit of a slide, weren't they? With all those years of success they had. How's J.J. McCarthy playing? Is it regret the Vikings let go Darnold? I mean, I think I'm not the right person to ask because I'm a Michigan fan. I think he's playing fine. He just now made a really, really good pass. He just hasn't converted on third down. So I don't know. It's too early to tell. It's just too early in the season. Missing Ben yet? Of course I am. But like I said over and over again, like Ben Johnson deserved an opportunity to be a head coach. So it's not like everybody keeps saying, like, are you missing Ben? Are you missing Ben? Like we had a choice or something. Like it's not like we're like, yeah, he can go. Forget him, kick rocks. We didn't like choose to get rid of Ben. Like he just took an opportunity. What are we doing? Are we going to kick a field goal here? Why? They don't trust McCarthy. Dude, that's where I know I'm like too much of a Michigan fan. Like, you don't trust McCarthy enough to throw it at, like, throw it to somebody that can get out of bounds. So now they're going to take a 59-yard attempt instead when they have 11 seconds still to work with, but they will hit it. Nice kick there, 59-yarder up and in. What do I know? How you feeling about week 2? I think we'll be good. I tell you what, Bears look okay today. I'm not going to lie. And Ben Johnson, it worries me because he knows us. He knows our personnel. So he'll be able to exploit a lot of weaknesses in Detroit's defense. But I think we're going to come out hungry and gritty. Riker with a nice kick there. I'll be at the game. Nice. Have fun, my friend. Appreciate you. Let's go Lions. Yes, sir, Dylan. Let's go Lions. Y'all give me a follow if you don't mind. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We'll be here all season long. We're over on YouTube and TikTok. McCarthy happy about that one, and that was a big kick. That was a big get to get 3 points there. I questioned McConnell's decision making there. I thought that they needed to get him a little bit closer, but he knows his kicker. He knows he's capable of making a 59-yarder. Appreciate the gifts, my friends. You guys rock. That's tied for a Soldier Field record. 59-yarder. Nice. That makes sense, too. It's outside and everything, so it's cold and frigid later on in the season. Jared Goff and Lamar both choked. I mean, did Lamar fumble down the stretch? Uh-oh. Good return out of Chicago, but time will run out, so we'll go to the half 10-6. I got an interesting take on Lamar. I'm going to expand upon it in a video, I think, in the future. But I think Lamar, I think part of his problem, but it's also like I think part of his problem, but it's also a plus for him, a bigger plus than it is con, is I think he like values life and like, I mean, he's a Christian and like, I think he values life. I think he cares like about, he likes football. He doesn't mind football. He loves playing football, but it just doesn't look like he minds losing as much as some other guys, you know. And I know it's an interesting take, but that's just how I feel. Doesn't seem like he minds losing because he knows there's more to life than football or whatever. And I think on the football field that might hurt him a little bit because he's, you know, not as intense, not as like, you know, not as big on it or whatever. But in life, I think it helps him. That's deep. That's your deep talk for halftime. Michael B. Jordan must have been in the stands during the Ravens and Bills game. Looked horrible for Detroit. Coaching did. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I just think there's an area where like you gotta give kudos to the Packers just as much as you clown Detroit or whatever. I think the Packers played phenomenal in week one. I would be ecstatic if I was a Packers. And they were just hungry. I think they were tired. They lost 6 of the last 7 against Detroit. They've watched us win the division 2 years in a row and really kind of, from them at least, run away with it last year. They were 1-5 in the division, the Packers were last year. So I think they felt like, you know, I think they felt a little bit disrespected and were ready to get the dub. So, and they played like it. Nice. Appreciate you guys. We got a raid over there on YouTube. Uneducated Sports Talk raid. Have a good one. Appreciate you, my friend. Thanks, lady. Hayden says uneducated raid and Grossi raid. Thanks, guys. Appreciate you. Grossi raid. Velocity. Appreciate you. Velocity. Thank you, my friend. Grossi. Who is Grossi? Who is Tom Grossi, really? No, I'm just kidding. He's the man. The GOAT. That's the GOAT. Appreciate you guys. Thank you. I love that guy, man. He sent me a raid a long time ago. I took a break or whatever, but he sent me a raid a long time ago, and I'm a big fan, man. Love it. Welcome, everyone. Appreciate you, Philip. Thanks for being here, guys. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. Of course, we're calling the game Monday nights, Thursday nights, all day Sunday. It's just what we do. Lions fan here, too, over on TikTok, Tyler says. Talk me off the ledge. It's early. It's one game. We will be all right. We got this. Just wait till we get that done next week. It'll be sweet. We'll remember what it tastes like. We'll be fine. Nice. Thanks, Benny. Appreciate you, my friend. Thanks, Grossi. Is Grossi calling the game? I'm assuming he is. I mean, he sent a raid over, but Dylan says I'm a Lions fan too. Nice. Go Lions, baby. 0-17 incoming. You shut your mouth when you're talking to me, Philip. Are you worried about coaching moving forward, says Ghost? A little bit. But what choice did we have? I mean, Ben Johnson did great in Detroit. It was time for him to go. I mean, he was ready to have an opportunity as a head coach. So we had to get rid of him. And then Aaron Glenn, was ready to go and got his head coaching opportunity. That's what good teams do. They lose people, So I'm okay with it. I don't know about hiring from within. That's always a sneaky thing. It's like, do you do it or do you not? But I think Detroit just really liked the makeup and the Ray. What up, Bill? Appreciate you, my friend, over on YouTube. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, it's like it's always a question mark. Do you promote from within? And Detroit decided to do it. And so I understand why they did it. This is a culture that we've built that we've never had before. So I'm guaranteed the players went up to management. I said this yesterday. I guarantee the players went up to management when all this was going on, and they were like, "Hey, we want our guys. Like we have a good thing here. We have a good culture here." All right, I'm getting rated again over on YouTube. Appreciate you guys. Let's go, says Philip. Daniel says raid. Go Bears. Go Bears. Best of luck, my friend. Caleb looks great so far. Absolutely. Making some good plays, extending plays, and then throwing downfield, keeping his eyes downfield. A lot of great accurate passes. Bears looked awesome on that first drive. Good evening, Airbus. Good to see you, my friend. Thank you, Samuel. Good to see you. Good to see you, Kyle. Appreciate you guys. You got to love raids. You got to love raids. Been a long time since I've had one of those. We took we were growing this channel pretty well or whatever, and then I don't want to get into too much detail, but that's another big reason why I'm a big Tom Grossi fan because he's gone through some of the same similar things. Nobody's story is similar, but he's gone through some similar things that I've gone through, and he did work with him. He handled him a little bit maybe better than I did, at least on the exterior or whatever. I needed I had to take a break. Hunter says, uneducated Ray. Thanks, Hunter. Appreciate that. Thank you, my friend. Tell them I said I appreciate it. Please do. Please report back and say he appreciated it. Always thankful for that. You're a YouTube channel. You have a YouTube channel? This is On Tap Sports, the virtual sports bar. If you guys don't mind, go ahead and give me a follow while you're here. Appreciate you guys. TikTok says, let's go Lions. We'll get our stuff together this week. Yes, sir, Heavy. I appreciate it. I believe that. I agree that. What's up, McGod? What's up, my friend? Y'all can have Mike McDaniel. I'm good on that one, Philip. We'll pass. We'll pass. Yes, I miss Ben Johnson. Of course, I miss Ben Johnson. Thanks for the follow, Heavy. Over on TikTok. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube, guys. It's a 10-6 ball game at the half. Riker just hit a 59-yard field goal. Why are guys? What's the actual reason why guys are making these longer kicks? I want to make a video about that. Just, drilling them. Get that algorithm moving, says Benny. We got assistance from Tom on Uneducated to send this. Thanks, Daniel. Appreciate you guys. Tell them I said I appreciate it too. You gonna be back up soon? I think you were sending us on a few raids at one point. Yeah, I of course I do raids. You got to share the love too. I got a lot of people who I respect in the sports commentary world, and I'll definitely be sending raids. You always want to do it when you have a following, though. So I got to get some of those same streams I used to have when I had like hundreds of people, sometimes thousands of people. Well, over 1,000. I'll be sending people on raids. I like it. I always like sending people over to Valhalla. He's a Vikings fan. That'd be somebody I would definitely send over tonight. If I had more than just 6 people to send their way. Thanks, Samuel. I appreciate that, my friend. Thanks for that. All subbed up. Thanks, Ali. Thank you, man. Appreciate you guys. Rams fan, nice. Congrats on the Super Bowl years back, man. I was happy to see Stafford get it for sure. I really was. Not just saying that. There's like a group of Lions fans that didn't want to see it. There's a group of Lions fans that did. I think more did though. You got to be like bitter. That's like ex-girlfriend type stuff. If you if you don't want to root for him, he did so much in Detroit, played injured a lot, and did everything he could, and it was time to go. It was time to break up. Should I give DK for T Higgins? Ooh, that's a good question. How did DK look yesterday? I was watching plenty of the Pittsburgh game. I saw him get the ball a couple times, but I didn't. I was like switching through all the games in the 1 o'clock session streaming. So I'm not sure. My heart tells me that I would stay with T Higgins personally. They had to use basically new footballs and only had a limited amount of time to wear them. Okay, that's a good reason. He had 4 catches for 80. DK did? Ooh, that's pretty good. What T do? Well, you know what? T probably didn't do much because the Bengals didn't do much. I still follow Valhalla. He's good people. He's good people. I'm watching from Mississippi. Nice, Samuel. That's awesome. I've been through Mississippi before. It's one of the 33 states I've been to. Like Mississippi. And I went to the Ole Miss game against LSU 2 years ago. We go to a college stadium every year. We had to skip this year because my friend's wife is pregnant right at time, like during football season. But we've gone since 2019, and that was my favorite so far that we've been to. I'm a Michigan fan personally, but Ole Miss, LSU at Ole Miss was amazing. It was awesome. You got to get out to the Grove. You guys got to get out to the Grove if you've never been. Thoughts on Jared Goff not being super mobile in a world of mobile quarterbacks? It's a great question, Garrett. It's unfortunate for sure. I'm happy with Goff and how he plays, and I think he's teetering on like I don't know if I'll ever say Detroit will win a Super Bowl or even get to one. We've been awfully close. I think he can do it regardless, even without being mobile. But barely, like he's teetering. I prefer. I mean, if you said today, like, hey, you can have Lamar Jackson or Josh Allen, or well, obviously I'm going to say, yeah, cool, let's do it. But I still like me some golf for sure. What happened yesterday? We got the L, Larry. It's okay. Interior offensive line was atrocious, and really just everything. The dominoes fell from there. It got worse and worse and worse. Oh yeah, Stafford deserved the Super Bowl win with all the stuff he went through. I agree, Benny. I agree, but there were a lot of Lions fans who didn't want him to win. I saw it. Saw it with my own eyes. Go Pack, go! Congrats on the dub, my friend. Who do the Packers play next week? We're at 4,000 likes over there on TikTok. Keep hitting that hard if you don't mind. They got the Commanders. Nice. That'd be a good game. Really good game. Yeah, that'd be a good one. You guys know where that's at? At home. Okay. Washington, you guys get the first two games at home, huh? I'm a little bit jelly, not gonna lie. But hey, we all get the same amount. Garrett says, I feel like golf is grass is greener situation sometimes, but I do wonder what it would be like with Stafford back on the current roster. I just don't think Stafford. This is like a hot take, and I've gotten grilled for it in the past. I like golf more than Stafford personally. I think that I think like the intangibles are much more there for Stafford, but he just could not. He just could not convert on third down for Detroit throughout. It was a huge problem in his entire career, and he had a different team. Don't get me wrong. So sometimes I do wonder how Stafford would look with this team makeup. But you know, the ifs game is easy to play when like that. That just gives Stafford the benefit of the doubt. He was here since 2009. I mean, he didn't, and he didn't. He never got us here or whatever. The problem with golf is when he's bad, he's atrocious. Uh, but man, if you go back and look at golf's numbers, yeah, Ducky says golf is better than Stafford. I think you can make the go back and look at golf's career stats. He's already been to a Super Bowl with the Rams, and they had a good team as a whole, but he went to a Super Bowl with the Rams, and he's just been good and consistent his whole career. I don't understand the golf distaste. Well, I think he's good. Like I said, the problem with me for golf is like that game against Houston last year and really the game against Washington in the playoffs. Like when he's bad, he's just so bad. And it really, really I mean, how many INTs did he have against Washington? I know he had like 5 against Houston. And I feel like he had 3 or 4 against Washington. So, we lost 45-31. He's got to take care of the ball in that. I mean, but the thing is too, though, is how hard is it to play quarterback when your defense is giving up 45 points? It's really difficult. So I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there. Second half has started. Bears will get the ball first. Hey, you on Tap Sports weekend is on next live stream start time. So I'll be on Thursday night football right before the game, and so I'll be on every Monday night, every Thursday night, and all day on Sundays. So from the 1 o'clock games, 4 o'clock games, Eastern, and the Sunday night football game, I'm always on. And then I make videos too, but I'm gonna stop making like long form content. I'm gonna keep up with the short form content. Golf is either a hit or miss kind of guy. Yeah, but he hits more than he misses, I think. We'll see though. Ben Johnson could have been a big reason why. Ducky, thanks for the follow. Appreciate you, my friend. Go Lions, but your likeness is making me think I'm tripping. Appreciate the follow, guys. Thank y'all. I like golf, says Benny. Yeah, I like golf a lot too. Obviously there's not much he could have done yesterday. What do you do? Line was just horrible. 2nd and 10. Caleb Williams started off 10 for 10. He's 3 for 7 since. Gonna go play action here. Offensive line was a little mediocre there. They got in on him. 3rd and 10. Samuel says, "Okay, thanks. You got it, my friend." Someone said golf earlier. I chuckled. Yeah. Every time I do like a clip out of like times that I say golf or whatever, and I do like an AI clip to put it on TikTok or whatever, it says golf. I'm like, man, I'm gonna forget to change it one of these days. No love for Bears fans though, Ducky says. Yeah, I don't have a problem. I really don't have a problem. 3rd and 10. Caleb Williams incomplete to Zacchaeus. Threw it behind him, so Caleb's starting to look a little bit more like he did sometimes last year. Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to sit there sugarcoating it, Ducky. Like, my least favorite team in football is Green Bay. But I always say that as a compliment. Like, there's a reason why I don't like Green Bay. It's because they win, and we haven't. So take it as a compliment as far as I'm concerned, All right, it is 4th down. The Bears will have to punt on their first possession. That possession lasted 19 whole seconds. Torrey Taylor will punt it off. Kicks it from the 10. It is caught at the 30 and taken all the way out to midfield and a little bit further, 48-yard line. They're in the Bears territory already. So that should help J.J. McCarthy and the Vikings offense. We'll see if they can get some things rolling here. Well, Lions and Green Bay have been fighting for the division since the beginning of time. Yes, they have. Yeah, we fought for the division at the beginning, and then Green Bay won it a lot, more than we did. And then we've been fighting the last 2 years or so. Samuel says, "I'm out. Have a great one on Task Sports. See you soon. Next live stream later, y'all. See you, Samuel. Take care, brother. Thanks for being here, man. Thanks for the follow." Play action for J.J. McCarthy, and he's going to get it tipped at the line of scrimmage. Not sure where he was going with the ball there. But either way, he got hit, so we'll never know. Lions and Green Bay have been fighting. Oh, yeah, I heard that one already. Never mind that. Next commercial break, I'm going to go to the bathroom and get some water, guys. Forgot about that. I was about to go, and then I got raided. You can't leave a raid, Can't leave a raid. Who would do such a thing? Man, it ain't looking good for both Vikings and Bears. I think they're all right. Defense are playing good.
Montez Sweat was involved as well. Bears fans don't agree with the call. That 15-yarder gets the ball down inside the 35. Here's Jones. Pressure off hands. Fired.
Jones will go forward for none, actually.
Talking about Justin Jefferson, he has been targeted twice. He has 1 catch.
So the people that came in were from Uneducated Sports Talk. I'm looking that up really quick. I've never seen this guy, but I'm going to have to give him a follow. Hold, please. I wonder if Uneducated, they kept saying Grossi too. I wonder if Uneducated was on with Grossi or something. Do y'all want Jake Moody? It's been disappointing what's happened to him. Maybe he'll get it together. All right, 3rd and 8 for the Vikings. I'll show some love over there. I'm going to tell them thanks for the rain. Oh, pick! McCarthy's picked off, and this could go to the house. Not a good decision there. You never want to throw it out like that where it's getting broken on. And the Bears will take it to the house 17-6 after the extra point. Terrible decision by McCarthy. There's the young buck in him. That's the TCU JJ McCarthy we saw. Leaving the long stream for bathroom and water unacceptable. Got to rate him one day. I agree, Benny. Yeah, I think it is unacceptable, Garrett. How dare I have to do a human thing?
It's his first career pick six and then went 74 yards for the touchdown.
All right, let's see. Let's see if he sees my chat.
What a moment. For 4-year from Oregon State. Former
Yeah, he was cool, man. Sorry, I'm quiet for a second, guys. All right. Sorry about that, guys. I got raided. I like to show love back to the person that raid. I know the Lions lost. I know that too. Go back, go. Congrats on the dub. We're almost at 5,000 likes over there on TikTok. Y'all keep hitting that button, please. Oh, he's got it on. He's got like StreamYard too. All right. Yeah, he's got like he's one of the few ones I've seen that does the same stream service as I do, where they can show the chats on the screen or whatever. Not many people do that. A lot of people use OBS. I just can't figure out OBS. OBS. Yo, on tap. How do you grow your account, my guy? Uh, like, do you want to know how to grow an account? I mean, for me, like on TikTok is pretty easy. I think I'm gonna do well on TikTok or whatever. I have in the past with other channels. It's just a lot of stitching, you know. You do stitches and it kind of like the algorithm kind of like feeds you some of their audience and everything else or whatever. And so it's really easy in sports to do that because you can you know, you're talking the same stuff or whatever, so you just kind of get grouped together and everybody's, you know, and it's like if you're a trash talker, as long as you're fun with it or whatever, then it gets a little easy to grow with that because it makes it exciting and people love like seeing people draw back and forth and with you know within reason and it gets fun. I've had success in the past on some other channels for sure, and on YouTube I was doing really well with almost 9,000 followers, but we stopped for a while. 17-6, Bears on top of the Vikings. We'll see if McCarthy can have a short memory after the pick six he threw. Been a fan of yours for a while now on other accounts. I'm on the gaming side of TikTok trying to grow at 2K. Thanks, my friend. Appreciate that. Yeah, gaming, I mean, just like gaming would be difficult. Just it's so competitive, you know. But just bring the energy. Try to not overwhelm yourself. Do short videos. Don't weigh so much on each video. Like just make them, man. Make the content. People will show up. I guarantee this channel will grow. I know it will. Where in Michigan? No, I don't live in Michigan. 17-6. Jordan Mason last season, 153 rushes, 789 yards, 3 touchdowns. 2nd and 6 up and coming. Will Denver offense get it together this year? I thought they did okay last year. I mean, Bonix was getting them moving. I think they're okay. Tough division, though. Real tough division. McCarthy under pressure again. He's taken down. Nothing to do there. Bro, are you from Chicago? I am not, my friend. What's his name again? His name was Uneducated Sports Talk. Gary says this might turn into a pretty good game if the Vikings can get it going, and then the pick 6 was thrown. He says, I retract that prior statement. Yeah. The 1 touchdown drive can make this interesting again, though. We'll be all right. Vikes are 0 for 6 on 3rd down today. They haven't done themselves favors with the sticks. 8.5 is the average yards to go each time. And they'll get a delay game here, so it's going to be even worse than that. Hit that like button if you don't mind. We're at 5,100 likes over on TikTok. So doing pretty well there. Each time I feel like we've got more and more likes each stream. So how did you survive the 08 Dark Age of the Lions? That's a great question. I could drink at that point, so that's part of the answer. Honestly, 3rd and 18, they're going to hand it off to Jordan Mason conservatively, of course. They'll lose 3 yards. 4th down, they'll punt. I'm from Chicago. Let's go Bears. Go Bears, my friend. They're looking great. Up 17-6. No, the honest answer to that is I don't think being a Lions fan is as bad as people think if you're reasonable. Part of the good about it is, you have a season like we've had the last 2 seasons. It's so exciting. You're not used to it. So you actually get the real elation from, you actually get to be elated from winning for a change. That's why the Lions fans couldn't handle it. and we were a little bit cocky all of a sudden. But no, I don't mind it, because I think it's much more stressful being a Michigan fan where there's actual expectations year in and year out. And so you get disappointed when you lose to Oklahoma. I was much more disappointed on Saturday losing to Oklahoma than I was Sunday Detroit losing to Green Bay. Yeah, come on, McCarthy, says Benny. Yeah. Yeah, that pick 6 was, honestly, I didn't think McCarthy was doing that terrible considering the circumstances. He had no time to throw. He just had nothing, So I didn't think he was doing that bad and could get it going at any time. But the problem is throwing that pick 6. You give up 7 points in a low-scoring game. It was not a great throw. You got to see people break it on those passes. Those are the ones you see picked off the most and taken to the house. He's only attempted 9 passes, 5 of 9, 48 yards, 0 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 carry for 11 yards. He just hasn't had much opportunity. They can't stay on the field. All right, I think it's a good time to go to the bathroom really quick. So I'm going to go to the bathroom, get some water, and I'll be back after that. All right, 2nd and 10 here for the Bears. Caleb Williams under center. They'll go play action and throw it deep to an open DJ Moore all the way out to the 44-yard line. First down, Bears. Oh. Great cut there on the route by DJ Moore. Man was with him the whole time up until that point. Byron Murphy, it looked like, on the coverage. And Caleb Williams with a great throw while having to go over top the defender. They're going to throw out a screen there, and that's going to go negative -3 yards. Good to see everybody here. We got 5,300 likes over on TikTok. If you don't mind, tap that screen. Give me a follow if you haven't already. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We're on TikTok. We're on YouTube. Give me some likes over there as well. Benny asks, how's Phil doing? Haven't seen him in a long time. Benny, and I still got to find out if we're friends on Facebook or whatever still, me and you. But some things happened there, not going to lie, here lately. So we're happy to talk with you off air on that. I like being transparent, but to you or whatever. I mean, I want to be careful, like saying too many things online. Third and 13 now. With Caleb Williams in shotgun. Protection was there. He's going to find Loveland out on the side. That's only going to go for about 4 yards. So it'll be 4th down, and the Vikings are going to get the ball back. Still within distance here, down 17-6. One good drive could really help out their cause and make this really interesting going into the 4th quarter. You're good, Benny. No, you're fine. I know you didn't know. It's a fair question. I think it's a fair question. AJ Lee returned to WWE was insane. I'm not much of a WWE guy, unfortunately. I watch it every now and then, like with people who love it, and it's always fun. I love watching their reactions and stuff. But no, I can't say I watch it too often. I've seen like Logan Paul and Jey Uso and all them on some recent ones and stuff like that. And John Cena lately a lot too. But I'm not one of those guys that like. You ever see those people who like always try to talk about everything, whatever, as though they know anything? I'm like, no. And I don't know anything, and I don't really watch anything like that. I'm gonna make sure you know it. Like, nah. Your kids probably love John Cena. Yeah. Well, my son's 6, so he's not into this stuff just yet or whatever. But I'm sure I can see him definitely getting into that. I've been pretty impressed with what, like, obviously there's the history with Logan Paul and he is who he is at times or whatever. But how do WWE fans feel about Logan Paul? I know I feel like I've been pretty impressed with him. He looks like, everything aside or whatever from, his private life or his actual life that he puts out in public too or whatever. He looks to be a pretty good athlete and a pretty good asset for the WWE. He's a better wrestler than boxer. Jake is a better boxer. Yeah, I agree. I agree with that. They always talk about boxing. You can see he gets under Logan's skin. Because I think he still thinks he could beat Jake. Yeah, I've always been pretty interested in that stuff. I really can't stand Jake Paul, but I respect him as a boxer, and I don't think it's rigged like some people think, personally. But I do wish he would start boxing people his own age and his own size. Seems like only time he really did that was Tommy Fury. Own age, own size, and a boxer. Because it seems like he can never get, he always gets one of the three or two of the three, but never three of the three. Only time he ever got three of the three was Tommy Fury, and he lost. Garrett says, don't have many thoughts of the. I think he's going to finish his sentence in a second. If I know Garrett. Thanks for spending the night with me, guys. Appreciate you guys. We're here for the Minnesota and Chicago game. We'll be here for Thursday Night Football as well. Let's see what that game is. 5 first downs for Minnesota in this game, they said. Yeesh. 77 yards total. Bears only have 195. McCarthy will go play action on this one. Gets it out to Hawkinson. Gain of about 2. And he fumbled. They marked him down, but we'll see. They said down by contact. Oh, okay. Commanders Packers is a Thursday night game. Nice. That is a good one. That's a good Thursday night. So first 2 weeks of the season. Well, no. Yeah, Cowboys and Eagles and Commanders and Packers. That's not bad. Lions play at 1 o'clock. We're 4.5-point favorites over the Bears next week. Bills, Jets. Chiefs and Eagles is the big one next week. Vikings, Falcons. Yeah, there's some doable games next week. Chicago's going to challenge it. I think he was down. Yeah, he's down. I feel all right about the Bears next week. We got this. Yeah, they look great that first drive, and at times in this game they look great as well. But I think our defense could really kind of give Caleb Williams some problems. I'm gonna tell you the problem for Chicago. There's okay. I've said this before. The problem for Detroit is that Ben Johnson knows Detroit. He knows our weaknesses on defense, and he's really, really good at what he does. So they will move the football, and they will do well at moments. The problem for Chicago is that Detroit just lost, and Detroit is probably a nasty team. We don't lose much or whatever, and so when they get that taste in their mouth, I wouldn't want to play them the next week. I think Detroit's going to come very prepared next week and be ready. Bring more attention to the sport, and he had Amanda Serrano sold out on all her matches. Yeah, see, I was loving. Was it Katie? Is it Katie Taylor? What's her name? I was loving the Serrano versus it's Katie Taylor, isn't it? Boxing matches. I respect what Jake Paul does. Bringing boxing to Netflix is amazing. Yeah, I think it's so crazy. Like, it knows about that history or whatever. I've watched YouTube for a long time. I've always been a YouTube guy, and I think it's so wild. Like, Jake Paul never even wanted. Like, KSI accidentally brought Jake Paul into this world, and now Jake Paul's just taking it and run with it. That is wild to me. Looking back when KSI called out the Paul brothers, I know a 38-year-old male should not know this much about YouTube stuff, but I do, and I was watching all those guys during that time. Like, I never watched Jake Paul and Logan Paul vlogs. Like, come on, I'm not that. But when the drama was happening, I was watching. I was a David Dobrik guy myself, personally. Don't judge me. I feel all right about the Bears next week. We got it. Oh, you said I read that on word. Sorry. Benny says, oh, okay. Let's go to this really quick, and I'll get to that. I stay hitting that send button before I'm ready. I know Garrett's notorious for that, but it's all good, brother. He says, don't have any thoughts on the Paul brothers other than I think Prime drinks are very overrated. I agree with that, actually. Not a big fan of Prime. I was kind of disappointed by that or whatever. I do like the Paul brothers, too. I like that they make stuff that people actually – I don't like when, celebrities and, especially, social media celebrities, I don't like when they make the silliest things just to make money. You know what I'm saying? A sports drink and deodorant and cologne and stuff like that or whatever that Jake does or whatever, at least that's stuff that people buy and something they can actually care about a little bit. Benny says Jake likes to fight old washed-up boxers. Is it Tyson fighting Mayweather? I think I read something about it. No, surely not. That's got to just be talk. That's got to just be talk. Tyson's old and out of shape these days. I think he needs to hang him up, but I think he's after the money. Yeah, for sure. He's probably low on it, honestly. I think Jake could have knocked out, could have KO'd Tyson, and I think he didn't go for the jugular because he felt bad for him. That's my beliefs. 3rd and 2. McCarthy, they're at the 31. 6 minutes left in the third. They need this one. Pick up a 3rd down for a change. And they will, caught by the ever reliable Thielen. Oh, did he drop it? Just called the man ever reliable and he dropped it. Thielen. There's been a couple, I'm not trying to like make an excuse for. I'm not trying to make an excuse over and over again for JJ McCarthy, but there's been a couple times where either his O-line or his receivers have really let him down, And we have to. They got to sustain drives. They can't do that if he puts it right there. I mean, you have to jump for it a little bit, but it was in the chest. You got to catch that. You got to help out your young quarterback.
Saturday we have SEC on ABC college football triple header at noon. Wisconsin against number 19 Alabama at 3:30. Number 6 Georgia takes on number 15.
College football slate next week. Wisconsin at Alabama, Georgia at Tennessee, Florida at LSU. Pretty good games there. Yeah, Thielen's not happy about that. Mad at himself. Bears will get possession. They'll hand it off to Swift to the right, and he is just dragging players. He'll go for 9. 2nd and 1, up and coming. Thanks, Neil, for gifting. Appreciate you, my friend. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. I can't believe John said I beat the living heck out of Logan Paul at Clash of Paris. I don't know much about that, I got to be honest. I saw them arguing and doing the little WWE thing. I'm not the biggest WWE guy. I did see them do the whole promo stuff or whatever, but I didn't know they actually had their match or whatever. Play action here, Williams. Will sling it out to DJ Moore, who came out of the backfield, and he'll be right at the 1st down marker. Looks like he got it. Just barely. Garrett says, I guess you're right. Sports drink. Wait, why is that not showing up? Okay. And cologne are way better than that. Sweeney bathwater soap or whatever Dr. Squatch put out. That's pretty good. That's good, Garrett. I was not a purchaser of the Sweeney bathwater soap. Just so we're clear. I want to make that clear now here live on air for all 4 people on YouTube to see. It is a 1st down for the Bears. They'll pitch it back. Swift will get it this time, and he'll go forward for 4. Yesterday was not a good day for the Lions, and Saturday was not good for Michigan, my dude. No, they were not, but that's okay. I always fear that as a fan, losing both, Michigan and Detroit losing. That's a tough weekend, man. Used to happen all the time, especially in the mid-2000s and, before we got Harbaugh. We used to have plenty of Michigan losses that followed up by Detroit losses. So I guess we should just be blessed for what we have now that this doesn't happen as often. Williams definitely under pressure this time, but he's Caleb Williams, so he's able to get out of it and get to the 48-yard line of the Minnesota Vikings. 1st down for the Bears. And I should have started Caleb Williams over J.J. McCarthy today. Wouldn't matter, I'd have lost either way, but you can always take the points. Caleb Williams has 15.9 fantasy points, but he was projected for 15.5. McCarthy only has 1.34. Was projected for 16.3. Yeesh. W Cologne, laugh out loud. Yeah. I never smelled it. What's it smell like? Is it okay or what? 3:29 remaining in the third. Cashman's down for the Vikings. Went to school in Minnesota. at Minnesota.
You got Van Ginkel, Pace, Cashman, and Bernard. About as good as it gets along that linebacker level. Here's Cashman chasing him to the sideline.
Now, one thing I'll never get used to streaming is I don't care what any streamer says. I don't care if they have the most comfortable chair ever. This chair is supposed to be really comfortable, and it is. But you sit down long enough on it, your butt's still gonna be hurting. I've never got used to that. Williams has the wheels on. He does. He does. I was skeptical of Caleb Williams, like in the hype or whatever, and I'm still not on the train. But he did better last year than I thought he would. He definitely picked it up at points in the season, and he's always due up for a big mistake because he tries to do too much or whatever. But that's just who he is, and I've seen some good things out of him tonight for sure. Go Lions, my friend. Appreciate you being here. 2 days later, and Kirk Campbell Chip Lindsey just called another running back screen pass. Yeah, that was awful. That was awful watch. I mean, come on. Did you see what Portnoy tweeted out or X'd out, Garrett? I didn't think he really said that when I saw it on Facebook. They had like a clip of it. You know how people like lie about that sometimes? But he really did say it. I'll see if you saw it first or whatever. If not, I'll tell you what it was. Swift with a nice looking cut there. He'll get out to the 33-yard line. He'll pick the first down up. The Bears are in business again. Now this is starting to look a lot like the Detroit game where Detroit was hanging in there enough. Weren't looking great, but hanging in there at 17-6. And they scored that Packers scored that one touchdown and go 24-6, and it was over from there. It's starting to look a little bit like that. Thanks for joining us. This is On Tap Sports, the virtual sports bar. I bet people have been here all throughout the game. Whenever they're there, you hear me say that all the time. You're probably like tired of it. But people come in and out and stuff like that. Neutral zone infraction on the Vikings on Hargrave, making life easier. Yes, I have. Yep. 1st and 5 up and coming. Michigan is the dirt box for almost all sports now. No, we're not. Lions have a good team. Tigers have a good team. Tigers, are they still first place in the American League? Swift with a nice, tough run, gains 6, first down Bears. Pistons made the playoffs last year. They have a good young nucleus. Just need the Red Wings to do a little better. Which shocks me. That's the team we could always count on in Detroit when things weren't going well. Garrett says, yeah, bro, that was wild. My dad showed me yesterday. I also saw something where Michigan was basically scared to run Underwood as well. Yeah, Philip was wondering about that. Like, Philip said, I thought he was more of a runner. I was like, I thought so too. But apparently, we're kind of worried that we don't have a good backup, which is who? What is that? I always forget that guy's name. Jaden something, right? He was a 4-star, so could he really be that bad? Yeah, I thought the Portnoy tweet was fake. I thought it was fake, but he really said he's going to talk to somebody and get Sharon fired if he doesn't start letting Bryce sling it. I'm like, oh my goodness. That's the last thing we need is, but hey, Portnoy did help bring in Underwood, so I ain't going to complain too much. He's got actual stake in the game. That's the problem with NIL. Start to get drama like that. When people are spending millions, they want to see that product sling it. 1st and 20. 1st and 20 after some penalties and the 34-yard line. Williams out of shotgun. Passes. Shoots his man too high. 2nd and 20 up and coming. Josh Metellus on coverage. Can MSU beat USC? Is that this week? Michigan State versus Southern Cal? I think so. I would take USC in that game. Where's it at? Jaden Davis, honestly surprised he hasn't left yet. Yeah, I was actually kind of expecting him to probably leave after this season. I think he kind of wanted to see things through or whatever, but I'll be shocked if he doesn't leave during the offseason of this season. Kind of reminds me of the Brandon Peters situation. Like, we took a while to get Brandon Peters on the. No, what? Wait, no, it wasn't Brandon Peters. He got on the field pretty early, didn't he? I can't remember actually. Caleb Williams doing that one funky thing that I told you he does. I don't know what that was, and I don't know what they're going to call that. I don't know if they're going to call that an incomplete pass, intentional grounding, a fumble. I don't know what they're going to call that. There's a flag on the play at USC at 11 p.m. Eastern. Yeah, that's tough. Yeah, I like USC in that game in that case. I don't know what they're going to call that. I mean, I guess it's incomplete, so intentional grounding. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, it's incomplete, but there wasn't a guy out there. He's avoiding the sack.
That's a big play with 5 seconds left. As that backs up Chicago 10 more. What goes down as intentional grounding because the ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage. They've gotten it.
Now I might question myself if Brandon Peters did he play early on or whatever. I thought that didn't O'Corn start over him, and I couldn't for the life of me figure out why. 3rd and 30 now, so the Bears just want to work themselves into field goal territory, and they may have done it. They get it up to 34. Be about a 51-yard field goal. That would be the end of the third quarter, though. So if they do kick that field goal, it'll be when we come back for commercial break. Going into the fourth quarter, 17-6, Chicago over the Vikings. Big story of this game is the J.J. McCarthy pick 6 that he threw. Otherwise, we'd be in a much tighter affair. But either way, it's been some either good defense, bad offense, or a mix of both. Vikings last year 14-3. Detroit 15-2, and both of them might start out 0-1. Crazy what an offseason will change. Thanks for being here, guys. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We'll be here all year. I'm a Detroit Lions fan, obviously. Detroit Red Wings, Tigers, Pistons, and Michigan Wolverines. Don't get it twisted. I'm hungry now, too. No, I won't take a food break, Garrett. Just need to get something in my tum. Quarter to go. We'll be here Thursday for Packers against the Commanders. Should be a really good one. So if you're feeling froggy, join me. Garrett says I'm going to head out for tonight. Got an 8 a.m. chemistry class tomorrow. I cannot blame you. Have a good one, y'all. Take care, Garrett. Always great to see you, man. God bless you, brother. Yeah, get some sleep. Pay attention in chemistry. Appreciate you, man, as always. Thanks for being here, man. I can't blame them either because 17-6 ball game, not a lot of offense. It's been an okay game, but these are tough ones to stream as well because they're just not a lot of back and forth, not a lot of excitement, just a bunch of 3 and outs or short drives or whatever. They will kick the field goal on 4th and 18. Shocker. 50-yarder here from Santos will be the attempt. Benny says, got my chips ahoy and milk. That sounds good. I actually had Pop-Tarts and milk earlier. I had to put them in the toaster and then put them in the milk. Santos will miss it to the right. That thing moved. I don't see much wind there or anything. It is Windy City, but that just seemed like it came off the foot poorly. Watch this thing. Yeah, snap's good. Holds okay. And he just pushed this thing way to the right. So they'll give the Vikings an opening here. See if the Vikings can get something going, man. If they can make it 17-13, all of a sudden things are real interesting. McCarthy likes it. Benny wants to share before I go to sleep. Take some chips away and milk will put you to bed. It's a great nightcap. All right. They'll run it with Mason again this time. He's shoving some guys forward. He'll gain about 7 on first down, 2nd and 3, and they're close to midfield here. Vikings, despite the offense not doing much today, down 17-6, they look confident still. They look like that, they've been here before, and they were last year a lot of tight games for the Vikings that they pulled out. So we'll see if the demeanor matches what they're going to do here. They're going to run the ball again. Mason with a seam right side, 40, 35, down at the 34. Good run there. He broke through the first line of defense. Made his way up the right sideline. Gets the first down for the Vikes. If you was here, bro, we need food teleporter, says Benny. Thanks for being here, guys. Really do appreciate y'all. Y'all know I do. Love my community, man. Eight rushes, 40 yards on the night. Play action here. McCarthy throws it out there to Jefferson. That's a first down for the Vikes. Benny, that looked a lot like the Roman Wilson play against Alabama. Just now. And they put Jefferson in motion. He's going to cut to the out. And he has it out at the 18-yard line. So Vikings in business. I said they look confident despite not doing well on offense. Now you see why. They know they're capable of more. Only 4 targets for Jefferson tonight, though. 2 receptions, 21 yards. None of the fancy owners want him to do more with that fancy necklace he has on. They're going to hand it off again. Mason. He's been helpful on this drive. He'll gain about 6. 2nd and 4 up and coming. Benny tells Garrett to have a great night. We're almost at 6,000 likes over on TikTok. Give me a like if you don't mind. Follow the channel if you don't mind. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We cover sports all year long. 2nd and 5. McCarthy under center. Mason in the backfield. Thielen and Jefferson at the top of the screen. They're going to fake the toss and roll out left. McCarthy gets it batted down. Think he had a man there. But Sweat is able to bat it down. So nothing doing. 3rd and 5 up and coming. Yep. Says he likely saved a touchdown. Yeah, they were intending for Naylor, and he was open. They had him. All right, 3rd and 5. Big play here. Probably one of the biggest plays of the game. McCarthy has some good protection, and touchdown to Justin Jefferson. The post route. This will move up to 17. They'll probably go for 2 here. 12 minutes left in the 4th. This will bring it to a field goal if they go for 2. 13-yard touchdown reception for Justin Jefferson, and the Vikings are working here. Staying in it. Minnesota touchdown, says Benny. Yes, sir. Yeah, that was a good throw. McCarthy making up for the pick 6 earlier. See if they can bring it within a field goal here. 12 minutes remaining in the 4th. Minnesota going for 2. 3 men at the top of the screen. It's Naylor, Thielen, and Jefferson. Hawkinson to the left. And there's a penalty on the play. I don't think this is going to go anywhere. McCarthy does get rid of it. It's incomplete. What's the flag? Finally, says Benny. Waiting on the flag here on the 2-point conversion. It's illegal hands to the face on Chicago, so they'll give Minnesota another shot here on the 2-point. 17-12. They're trying to bring it within a field goal. See what the Vikings cook up here this time. Good to see everybody over on TikTok. Give me a like if you don't mind. 5,700 we have right now. Ben Johnson doesn't like it. They're taking Jefferson out on the 2-point attempt here. That's always questionable to me. I don't care what personnel, what kind of package you have going. I'm never going to take my best player out on an attempt. And this is where they'll convert because I'm always wrong about this stuff. They're going to do a bunch formation. That explains why Jefferson's out here. Play action. And they will not get in. They'll get tackled at the 1-yard line. Not a bad play call, but doesn't work. So it's 17-12 still. Vikings will need a touchdown if they get the ball back. That was their first third down conversion of the night. The touchdown was. So, man, in my fantasy league, somebody got Jefferson at the, what pick was it? 9 or 11? It was either 9 or 11. I was so mad. My league is actually pretty competitive, and they still somehow let Jefferson fall that. I was the number 1 pick. So I'm like, how do y'all let Jefferson fall that far back? That's crazy. How do our I think there was a McCarthy hate again. How do our Lions lose? Hey. Hey. You know, like I've said it 1,000 times or whatever. I've answered it so much, but like, you know, Packers just look great. You got to give kudos to them first and foremost. Offensive line, especially the interior, was awful, which really was just a domino effect on the offense as a whole. Can't pass, can't run, couldn't do anything because the interior was so bad. And then defense, I was okay with. You know, they got off to that rough start, you know, and down 17-6 early. I think we played tough after that, made some good adjustments. I'm actually pretty, that's the one silver lining to me that I'm trying to stay optimistic on. I think the defense did pretty well in the second half and kept us in the ball game and gave us some more opportunities. So it just, you know, it felt a lot better defensively outside early on when we were trying to figure some things out. It felt a lot better defensively than, you know, how we ended last year. Because, good Lord, we could not stop it. We could not stop anything last year. Packers, obviously the best team in the division this year. I think that's still debatable. I think it's debatable. I still think we're going to split with the Packers. I think we'll win at home on Thanksgiving. You think it's a big fall off without Glenn and Johnson? Yeah, I do. I wouldn't say a gigantic one, but Glenn, I think, is relatively replaceable. I think he's a good coach. Don't get me wrong, and there was nothing he could do last year with all the injuries to fix what was happening. But yeah, I think he's relatively replaceable. I think we'll be fine without him. It's Ben Johnson is, like, to me, one of the best OCs in this past decade in the NFL as a whole, and definitely the best OC I've ever seen in Detroit, obviously. So he will not be. You can't replace a guy like that. It's you don't get that lucky. So I just hope we can, you know, remotely replace him. And I don't blame him at all. I mean, why not take a head coaching job? It was time. He earned it. Packers D much better. Thanks, Jerry Jones. Yeah, but I projected the Packers on this channel to go to the Super Bowl. I have them losing to the Ravens, but I projected the Packers to go to the Super Bowl before they got Mike Parsons. So even with Mike Parsons now, he only played like 15 snaps too. God, so they're definitely, you know, my favorite out of the NFC this year, provided they stay healthy. We scored 17 in first half and 10 in the second. Yeah, less points in the second. and we didn't give up as many like big plays or whatever in the second. Lions had 26 carries for 44 yards. That stat is crazy. Yeah, it is. And what's crazy is Michael only played 29 snaps. Okay, I thought I saw somebody video say 15. I thought that was a little low. Yeah, he crushed it, man. He wanted it. The Packers wanted it. You know, I said that earlier. I was like, the Packers, they've lost 6 of the last 7 before yesterday to Detroit. They're tired of us winning the division 2 years in a row. I think they're tired of, kind of we got some mouthy players on our team or whatever. I'm not gonna lie about that. And I'm mouthy too. Fans are mouthy too. So I get it. They wanted to win bad. I think they wanted it more than us too yesterday. 1st and 10, 12 minutes left. Bears with the ball back. Up 17-12. Feels like they should be up more. And the Vikings starting to get some momentum. Get a sack there. Right up the gut. They bring down Caleb. Caleb can't escape that one. Do we have a comeback like last night? Maybe. That game was crazy last night. I wish I wasn't as tired as I was from streaming all day because I would have been into it even more. But it was fun. That's for sure. And deep down out inside, I was kind of rooting for the Ravens. So I was kind of disappointed. I'm sure they were disappointed themselves too. Swift, nothing doing there. Loss of 1. That Minnesota defense is really coming alive here. Be a 3rd and long, 3rd and 19. This is what Bears fans always worry about, just the self-imploding. They do this a lot. Either they start out like this in the first half and game will be over before it even really starts, or they kind of fall apart late in the games. 3rd and 19. Caleb Williams will work out shotgun. We'll see if they actually sling it or if they stay conservative here. They'll stay conservative. They'll try to throw a screen pass. It gets batted down at the line of scrimmage. 4th and 19. Bears will punt. Here come the Boo Birds. He said they're going to tell you what they think in Chicago. They're always going to tell you what they think in Chicago. Y'all tap that heart if you don't mind out there in TikTok. Appreciate you guys. All right, 4th and 19, and they'll be punting here. Kick from the 5. Caught at the 28. Returned out to the 40, 45, 50, about the 48-yard line. Bears territory, Vikings getting things rolling here. They have all the momentum. Uncle Mo has switched sides. We'll see what happens. Jefferson's happy. He appreciates his quarterback giving him that pass. You know a receiver like Jefferson is going to want the ball. He had 2 receptions for 21 before that. He wanted the football, and he got it. We'll be back after commercial break at 17-12. Bears with the lead. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. We'll be here all year, all football season, and beyond. See if we can get things rolling. 8,000 subscribers over on YouTube. 2,300 over on TikTok. So we got some work to do on TikTok. Getting a little chilly over here. Yeah, Vikings getting a lot of momentum here lately. And, I mean, again, I know I'm biased. I'm a Michigan fan, obviously. But I've liked McCarthy even with the pick 6. Like he's got the demeanor. That's what I've always tried to tell people about him. I'm like he's still gonna find ways to win, man. He just he doesn't freak out. So we'll see what happens down the stretch in this game. But and I may be making excuses here, but he's still young regardless of what happens. It's still his first real start. But I expect a good career out of him. I just think he's one of those guys that has a good head on his shoulders, has a good enough arm, can move with his legs, and I don't know what the McCarthy hate is about. I don't know why people are questioning, him at the pro level. We'll see. We'll see if I'm right or y'all or what. 24 likes. That's a great stream. I like it, Benny. I like it. Yeah, we're gonna get there, man. And I really do. I've said it over and over again, but like I really do appreciate you, man. You've been here, and I don't always expect that. You know, I don't, but I appreciate it, man. Because you know me, man. I'm gonna remember who was who was here from the jump for sure. Because we gonna grow, all right. The only time I don't grow is in real life. I'm 5'6". I've been 5'6" for a long time. I grow with everything else. Did you hear Seattle Seahawks defensive end Mike? Oh, okay. I ain't say that. You about got me. You about got me. I'm too experienced for that. I'm too experienced. First and 10. Looks like they're at midfield exactly. They're going to hand it off to Jones. They've been getting that running game working. I don't know if Chicago's defense is starting to get fatigued or what, Sean. That was good. That was good. I almost had it. I love watching the Michael Bisping stuff where he gets caught saying that. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but those are funny. You'll have to look them up if you don't know. Michael Bisping from the UFC. He says the wrong things all the time. 2nd and 1. Is the Bears defense getting tired? Because they're getting yards at will here. McCarthy deep. Had Jefferson. I don't know what happened there. I'll have to look at the replay. I feel like it was an okay ball, and I feel like it just went right through Jefferson's hands. Yeah. Aikman said the exact same thing I did. He said, I don't know if I saw that right, but it looked like the ball went right through the hands of Jefferson. I said the exact same thing. Yeah, right through him. I mean, it's like Jefferson, maybe there's too much zip on it or what, but that ball's on the money, man. That ball's on the money. That'd be a tough catch. You know, you're going over the defender like that and everything, but it's tough because, I mean, JJ, he put that one on a rope pivot. That was there. Can't ask for anything more out of him on that pass, maybe unless somebody else was more open. But it's tough because you don't want to hold Jefferson to too high of standards, but that's a catch he can usually make. And you kind of expect him to make it. So sometimes people get spoiled with receivers like that, you know, and you start to think they should catch everything. That's how I feel about Amon Ra, honestly. If it's in his vicinity, I'm like, he better catch it because Amon Ra doesn't drop things. He's usually pretty reliable. We're almost at 6,000 likes over there on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. Give me a follow if you haven't already, if you're enjoying the stream. Closing out. We streamed all day yesterday for the games. Closing out tonight strong. We'll be here again for Thursday night, Commanders and Packers. Ray will be rooting for the Commanders, okay? Just so we're clear. So sorry, Packers fans, but gonna need Washington to win that one. After the start we had against y'all, we can't be falling behind too much in the division. We're at a commercial break. It's 17-12. Vikings are driving. Jefferson just had a relatively catchable ball down the field that really would have continued that momentum on for Minnesota, put them really much closer to the goal line. But a loss there they're still got a 3rd and 1 here, which is more than manageable. It looked like Chicago had a hurt player on there out of the secondary. I think they're thinking it's a cramp. All right, 3rd and 1, 9:57 remaining. They've only had one converted 3rd down today, but these ones are much more manageable. 3rd and 1 is doable. McCarthy, all the way back, throws it. No one there. They're going to call flag. Naylor was the intended receiver, and Stevenson was the man in coverage. That was a bailout. Uh-oh. That was a bailout right there because they had McCarthy. Spot foul. Man, oh man, they had him. They had so much pressure on McCarthy. McCarthy just heaved up a prayer basically and gets bailed out by Stevenson's penalty. I mean, I don't know why they don't let that call. He's tackled him. Oh, they think he slipped. Nah, I disagree. Bears have 11 penalties for 122 yards. Wow. I knew they had some big penalties down the field or whatever with that pass interference and everything, but I don't think I knew it was 11 for 122. That's a big reason why the Vikings have stayed in this one. All right, 1st and 10. McCarthy to the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Aaron Jones on the reception. He got behind the defender, and McCarthy places it right in the breadbasket. Look at the resiliency out of these Minnesota Vikings. They'll go for 2 again, more than likely, to go up a field goal with 9:46 remaining in this one. McCarthy and the offense coming alive. Yeah, that's a nice looking throw from McCarthy. All right, they will go for 2. That drive was 3 plays, 50 yards. Quick. And he will convert it to Thielen. So the Vikes will go up 3. McCarthy on the night, 10 for 17, 113 yards, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception, 1 carry, 11 yards.
They've been hanging around, and McCarthy's been able to make some plays here the last couple of possessions.
20-17 Vikings. Got a heck of a ball game. Go Pack Go, says Walter. Congrats, my friend. Great first week. Good win there. A McCarthy comeback would be cool. Yeah. I told you, man. I told you they look confident. McCarthy never really wavered. This would really lift the spirits. I think so, John. Awesome, says Benny. Yes, sir. I like this because, I mean, don't get me wrong, McCarthy's, he hasn't had the best of days or whatever, but second half, 5 of 9, 65 yards, 2 touchdowns. I try to tell people, like, you're not going to be an amazing quarterback or anything like that, but you'll be a good pro. Sam Darnold this, Sam Darnold that. Sam Darnold asked for a lot of money. 9 minutes to go, says Benny. Yes, sir. 4th quarter yards, 96 for the Vikings, -9 for the Bears. All right. See how Caleb Williams answers here. They were taken out of the same draft class. Williams went 1st. McCarthy went what? 9th, I think.
J.J. McCarthy, and now here they are on the same team. Yeah, who would have thought that they would be on the same team? And that these workouts, it wasn't like they did a ton of it, a couple times a week, over the course of a couple months, but yet to have some familiarity with the receiver when he comes in at this stage of the season, I mean, that's irreplaceable. That's
crazy. Adam Thielen worked out with J.J. McCarthy back when J.J. McCarthy was in high school. That's pretty sick. All right, 1st and 10. Caleb Williams under center. Swift in the backfield. Man in motion. They'll hand it off to Swift. Swift juking, but doesn't do anything there. Gets slung down. Will there be a penalty on that? Doesn't look like it will. No gain. 2nd and 10 for the Bears. Anything can happen, says Benny. I agree. Anything is possible. Bears this half. Punt, missed field goal, punt. Ben Johnson, who? No, I'm just kidding. All right, 2nd and 10, 9 minutes. Caleb steps up in the pocket, finds his man, 1st down. Good throw there to Roma Dunze. The Bears will move the stick, get a new set of downs. Slings it sidearm. Nice throw there by Caleb. Good resiliency.
And leave an open window. He just sat right there and waited for the ball to hit him.
If you're new here, this is On Task Sports, your virtual sports bar. We cover mainly the NFL, but all sports really. Play action here. Williams scrambling around. Gets around Van Ginkel once. Van Ginkel on the ground. Williams steps out of bounds trying to find a man. Lost 4 yards on that play because he stepped out right before he threw. Right there, yep. Second and 14 now after the loss of 4 yards. 3 points since the opening drive for the Bears because they had that pick six for the Bears offense. Williams looks for a Doomsday, overshoots him just a little bit. Good hit by Jackson as well. 3rd and 14 up and coming. Yeah, the Bears offense has been stalling like crazy since that first drive. Good to see everybody over on TikTok. Appreciate you guys. Give me a follow if you don't mind. This is On Task Sports, your virtual sports bar. We're here in the fourth quarter, 20-17. Vikings with the lead over the Bears. 3rd and 14 up and coming for Chicago at the 42-yard line of their own. Caleb throws it completely out of bounds. Not sure where that was going. And been rough here lately for the Bears. They'll have to punt. 4th and 14 with 7:38 remaining. And the Vikings might be able to chew up some clock here. They've been running the ball very effectively in the second half as the Bears defense is starting to wear down a little bit. Not bear down, wear down. I remember that number 15 says, Benny, I couldn't catch nothing in the title. Yeah, Doomsday had a tough one. Yeah, I thought it was gonna be tough, going against him and Penix and everything else, but he had a good game plan for that one. Ball's tipped on the punt. Vikings are going to have great field possession. It does take a Chicago bounce out to the 32. The Vikings are just amped now. A ton of momentum for the Vikes. After being down most of the game, they have just completely sucked the life out of Soldier Field here. We'll see what happens here. Wilson just gets right through, they said. Yeah, he kind of jukes his man, goes inside, and lunges out, gets the ball. Their own 32 to start this possession.
Since then, they've had a defensive score and a field goal made. So the offense not doing their part. Kevin O'Connell's crew has hung in there.
All right, 1st and 10 for the Vikings. 7:24 remaining. We'll see if they can milk some clock here with a 3-point lead over the Bears. McCarthy will be under center. He'll give it off to Jordan Mason. Mason starts up the middle and works his way right, cuts inside, out to the 47-yard line. Big run there, and you can see the Bears defense, all of a sudden, front seven is just getting worked up front. Vikings offensive line staying strong, continue chugging along, and now all of a sudden that offense is moving each and every possession. What are the Bears going to do to stop the momentum here? Is there anything they can do? It's been crickets pretty much since the pick six out of McCarthy to the Bears. 1st and 10 now. Now we're down to 6:40. Mason to get the carry again. This time the Bears defense stays strong. No gain. 2nd and 10 up and coming. 20-17, Vikes. Yards per rush. First 2 drives for the Vikings has 9.8 yards per rush. So, like I said, Bears defense Bearing down. 2nd and 10. McCarthy will work out of shotgun. Thielen will go in motion. McCarthy looks right, stays right, gets it out to Hawkinson with the catch. Gain of 9, 3rd and 1 up and coming. Appreciate you guys being here. Everybody on TikTok, give me a follow if you don't mind. What happened yesterday? We took that L, my friend. It happens in life and in football every now and then. It's all good. You bounce back. 3rd and 1. Big 3rd down here. Minnesota was dreadful on 3rd down pretty much the entire game. But here in the 4th quarter, it started with that 3rd down touchdown pass. Converting on that one. They hadn't converted one until then. Then they've converted ever since. 3rd and 1. They will run on it. Jones gets chopped down at the legs, but he will get the 1st down. 1st down, Vikings. Appreciate it, Brandon. Thanks, my friend. 5 minutes now. He ain't counting. Bears have 2 timeouts, but Minnesota already chewing up a lot of clock on this drive. Going on 3 minutes that they've had the ball already. Only 4:45 left. 1st and 10. Out at the 39-yard line. They're going to run the ball again. Running hard is Jones. He's going to gain about 4 on that one. 2nd and 6 up and coming. Get myself up to 6,000 on the lights here. Driving me nuts looking at 5,900.
Here he is, his first NFL start.
4:04, 4:03, 4:02, 2nd and 7, 10 on the play clock. McCarthy rolls out. He has Jones there, finds him, and they will get the 1st down. Moving the sticks are the Vikings with 3:52 remaining. McCarthy, cool, calm under pressure.
Yeah, because Josh Oliver comes off the ball at tight end, and a linebacker who's supposed to come out and cover that, he gets picked off. So it's a bit of a natural pick that Minnesota runs, and it opens it up for an easy completion. Vikings have gone 3 tight ends over the last couple of plays.
1st and 10 again for the Vikings. They're already at the 23-yard line. Started this possession on the 32, their own 32. They're on Chicago 23. But they'll lose 2 yards on that one. 2nd and 12 up and coming. 3:45 and counting. Bears do have 2 timeouts, but they're running out of time here. And they need to hold the Vikings to a field goal to keep it within distance. Touchdown here wins it more than likely for Minnesota.
Not to his standards last year.
2nd and 11. I said 2nd and 12, but it's 2nd and 11. This current drive is 7 plays, 44 yards, 4 minutes and 10 seconds. McCarthy will work out a shotgun on this one. Mason to his left. He'll throw a screen to Jefferson. Jefferson catches it, takes it upfield, all the way out to the 14-yard line, 1 yard shy of the 1st. It'll be 3rd and 1. The Bears will use their one of 2 timeouts that they have remaining. 1 timeout, 2:59 left. 1st down here will really be helpful. It won't end it, but it'll be helpful. Jefferson tonight, 7 targets, 4 receptions, only 44 yards, but he does have that tutty.
Timeout taken by Chicago. They're left with only 1. Yeah, after challenging the 1 play, they lost that one.
Thanks for being here, guys. Enjoyed it. On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar will be here all year long. 3rd and 1. Bears need a stop. They've had a tough time defending the run here. We'll see what the Vikings do. They are going to work out a shotgun. Shocks me a little bit with how well they've run. They're going to Stick with McCarthy on the rush. McCarthy towards the end zone. He's in the end zone. Touchdown, Vikings. McCarthy took it all the way, and there was no doubt. J.J. McCarthy with his third touchdown of the day, 2 passing, 1 on the ground. And he has bounced back in a big way since that pick 6 that brought him down 17-6 earlier. Since that point, about to be 21 unanswered out of the Vikes. McCarthy touchdown, says Benny. What a great comeback, says Benny. Yes, sir. We tried to tell him, Benny. We tried to tell him McCarthy's the real deal. Nobody wanted to believe us. Man, Benny, I'm down 111 to 105 in fantasies which means that Xavier Worthy wouldn't have got hurt on the third play of the game, I would have won. That's highly disappointing. I'm not gonna lie. That's the one bad thing about McCarthy doing well. He's up to 22 points now. I would have definitely won if Worthy wouldn't have got hurt off the third play of the game, or if Andrews would have done anything yesterday. 1 point for Mark Andrews in a game where Baltimore scored 40 points. Come on. I'm going to lose by 6 in week 1. Unbelievable.
How they're going to leave this field tonight, knowing that they let one get away, because they were in full control at one point. Vikings with 3 straight touchdown drives and outscored the Bears so far.
Us Michigan fans know McCarthy. Yes, sir. We called it. No, I'm just kidding. It's just one game, so you can't go too crazy, but he's definitely picked it up in the second half. And again, like I said, this is what I said you get out of McCarthy. That's the biggest thing with him is it's just like he's not the type of quarterback that's just gonna be like, I stink, like he's just gonna bounce back, Played pretty terribly against TCU in the playoffs that 1 year, came back the next year, played fine. But had a lot of help around him, and I also made it clear too that he got drafted in a good spot. Like going to the Vikings are a good enough team. They have a lot of weapons. That was a good spot for him. Sometimes, a lot of times that matters. You don't want to go to Cleveland and some other destinations. Vikings was a good spot for him. I knew he could excel in that offense, and I think he will. Caleb now working at 1st and 10, down 10 all of a sudden. He'll throw downfield. It's a nice little grab. One-handed and popped it back to himself. Did Cole Kmet, and that's going to be a 1st and 10 in Vikings territory. 2:40 remaining. Yeah, he caught that. That's a really good catch. All right. Running hurry up now. Caleb deep. That could be a touchdown. Oh, he had DJ Moore coming open. He overshot him just a little bit. It'll be 2nd and 10. They're blaming DJ Moore. I think I can see that because I thought that ball was well thrown originally. Yeah. I don't know, man. I feel like DJ Moore could have extended for that a little bit. Williams on the day, 19 of 32, 190 yards, 45 rushing yards. 2nd and 10, 2:26 remaining. Bears down 10. Williams scanning the field. Over too high for Swift. 3rd and 10 up and coming. Appreciate you guys getting me to 6,000 likes over on TikTok. Give me a follow if you don't mind. This is on Cat Sports, your virtual sports bar. Thanks to everybody on YouTube for being here tonight. Appreciate you guys. Man, DJ Moore is wide open. 3rd and 10. Bears started 2 of 2 on 3rd downs to begin this game. They hit 1 and 10 cents. 1 for 10 cents. Not great. Caleb down the middle, overshoots his receiver again. That was intended for a doomsday. Now it's 4th and 10. There is a flag. See if they got bailed out a little bit. Will be illegal contact. That's an automatic first down. Foul called on Byron Murphy. Yeah, that was awkward. The hit on Williams was awkward just now. That could have been bad, but he's okay. All right, 1st and 10 now after that penalty. Bears are at the 29 with 2:16 remaining. They got some work to do here. They only have one timeout. Down 10. Lots of pressure that time. Moore may have caught that and fumbled it. Moore's down. He's hurt. There's a penalty flag. Caleb Williams got hit pretty hard, too. The offensive line and the defensive line have just crumbled to pieces for Chicago here lately. They've gotten worn down and beat. Pace Jr. comes right up the gut. It'll be roughing the passer, so it won't matter if it was a catch and fumble. I thought it was a catch and fumble, honestly. Yeah, I guess I can see that being incomplete. Okay.
They're going to call it on the hit by Pace to give Chicago 15 yards, the automatic first down. They're still checking on DJ Moore. Yeah, they're going to talk about that penalty. That was a big hit, but it did not look like it was the head, neck, and the defensive receiver. Correct. The contact was the shoulder up to the shoulder, and there was incidental contact in the neck area, so they threw the flag, but they decided to pick it up. They still have the rocket pass, so it's still going to be a 15-yard penalty.
All right, 2:10 left, 27-17. Vikings with the lead. They're trying to figure some things out here and mark the ball. And DJ Moore is injured. He's still down on the field.
12 seconds left. The ball is inside the 15. Again, only one timeout remaining for Chicago. DJ Moore able to get up.
DJ Moore standing to his feet now. Not sure what was injured on him. I mean, I don't know if it could have been a shoulder or what. We'll wish him well. 2:12 left, 1st and 10. Bears trying to put some points on the board, down by 10. They only have one timeout, so more than likely, depending on when they get this touchdown, they'll probably have to attempt an onside kick. Unless the touchdown comes on this next play, pretty much. Then they maybe can kick it off. DJ Moore in his 8th season out of Maryland. 24th overall pick by the Panthers in 2018, and he's walking off the field now. Stops for a second to grimace, though. 3 receptions, 57 yards on the night, 19 average.
But this gets below 2 minutes. They're gonna lose a lot of valuable time. They're timeouts of their own stop clock. Yep. Well, the offense is out there. Moore is to the sideline.
Bears offense with 3 points since the opening drive still. But working on this one. We're back in action. 1st and 10. 2:12 remaining. Bears down 10, 27-17. Working out a shotgun. No back in the backfield. Bears will snap it. And Caleb Williams is going to take off. He sees Green in front of him. Did he get in? There is a flag on the play. Touchdown for Chicago. Touchdown for Chicago. There's a flag. We'll see what it is. Metellus and Caleb Williams are jawing at each other. 2:04 left on the clock. Oh, he stepped out. They may look at that. He stepped out a little bit as he was lunging forward. Right there, he's short. I think he's short. It's going to be short. I think it's going to be spotted at the half-yard marker. I think either way, they're going to have to kick this onside kick if they get in. Yeah, just past the half-yard line. So the Bears will have first and goal with 2:04 left and down 10. Do you think Aaron Jones will get another run? I need 3 points. I think a lot of it depends on the Bears have a timeout. They have the 2-minute warning, but that 2-minute warning is probably going to be used on the kick. That it would have really helped you if the Bears scored a touchdown just now, but now they got to run a play. If they have to run multiple plays, I don't think Aaron Jones is going to get another carry. I think they can maybe get it in like 2 seconds, 3 seconds here on this play, which is highly unlikely. They can have time to kick an onside kick and get the 2-minute warning. I don't think so though. It's going to go under the 2-minute warning, more than likely. So as long as I don't think he's going to get it, because if the Vikes recover, they're just going to kneel it. I don't think you're going to get the carries, unfortunately, my friend. I lost by 6 in fantasy this week, so that stinks for me too. They will score a touchdown with 2:02 left to Rome Dunze. Extra point will bring him within a field goal. There's one time. See, they keep saying outside the 2 minutes, but you got to kick it off, and unless you kick it out of the back of the end zone, which I guess you could do. Yeah, that's what. Yeah, they just said that they're gonna have to if they kick it, they're gonna have to boom it out of the back of the end zone. There can't be a return, or else the Bears will be, in trouble. It'd be interesting. I personally think I would probably kick the onside. I don't know. What would you guys do? Go Lions, but was not impressed. Yeah, go Lions. Wasn't our best day, though. It's okay. We'll see better ones. Thanks for being here, my friend. 2:02 to left. We'll see if the Bears decide to kick it. If they kick it, they need to move it out of the back of the end zone. They can't have a return here, or else they'll be done. If they can move it out of the back of the end zone, then they'll have the 2-minute warning and another timeout, so they could get the ball back with time. So we'll see what they go with. Onside kick or out of the back of the end zone. That'll be a decision for Ben Johnson to make. We'll see which one he picks. Bears need to score now to win. Yes, they do. But they don't have the ball. So what would you guys do? Would you kick an onside kick or try to move it out of the back of the end zone? Back of the end zone, you got to rely on your defense. Onside kick, I think they complete the rate last year of which they were received was like 4% or something like that, or 7%, something like that. I need a Jones touchdown or more 5 reception, receiving yards or receptions. I don't think Moore just got hurt, and Jones won't score. No, it's over. Onside kick could go wrong. It could. Yeah, I don't think you're going to get either of those, honestly. Unless this thing goes to overtime. Bears got to get the ball back for that to happen, though. They didn't declare kicking it onside, so it looks like they are going to kick it off. And again, they have to kick it out of the back of the end zone. So Santos needs to put everything he has into this. And he's not going to be able to. So the Vikings are wisely going to return it, which is going to bring it to the 2-minute mark. I told you I would kick the onside kick there. That's a bad decision by Ben Johnson. So that brings it down to 155, and now the Bears only have one timeout. So they're going to be, I think they'll be able to kneel it out more than likely, or very close to it. We got to be ready by next Sunday. We need to beat Chicago. I agree, my friend. I agree. Got to get the W. I think we'll be ready for them. But both teams are going to be hungry for the win. Almost scores. Yeah, he's short. Touchdown says Benny. Great games for week 1. Stinks our team lost. Yeah, for sure. Teams lost. Yeah, we got to be ready. We'll be ready, though. We'll be ready. But so will Chicago, so we better bring it. Yeah, I don't like that decision from Ben Johnson. That's the first tough decision that he's really had to already make as a new head coach here, and I think it was the wrong one. Santos isn't really known for his like booming power on kickoffs. He's capable of kicking it out of the back of the end zone, but it's not really his thing. So you got to consider that as well. And maybe it's that he doesn't know his personnel well, but I mean, I knew it. I didn't. I wasn't sure Santos could kick it out of the back of the end zone. And I don't think he even thought about the fact that hey, if you don't kick it out completely out of the back of the end zone, Minnesota will do what they just did: catch it in the end zone and run. You know, because all they had to do was get it out to the 2-minute warning, 2 more seconds. I'd have kicked an onside kick for sure. I should be a coach. I mean, honestly, let's be real. Our O line needs some work for sure, especially interior. You know, somebody made a good point earlier I saw on TikTok, but I kind of disagreed with them at the same time. They said, well, that's what we get. We've been working so much on the skill positions and we stopped paying attention to our O line. And now when Ragnow retired, but it's like we didn't know that Ragnow was going to retire till last second. And, you know, it's darned if you do, darned if you don't. You know, we stopped working on our O line for a little bit, drafting them because that's why we started to get good, is because we were really getting good up front. But we had other pressing needs. You know, we've been working on our interior on our defense as well, and working on our secondary. And you know, we had some other weaknesses, so we hit those weaknesses. And now the O line is the part. You know, what I'm saying, like that's just what happens. That you know, people move on, people go to different teams, people retire, and you got to try to fill gaps as they come along. I think people are being way too picky. Like we were 15-2 last year. You know. I mean, I'd love to win a Super Bowl. I'd love to get to a Super Bowl, but they're not easy. No, DJ Moore. I mean, I don't even think the Bears are going to get the ball back personally. Bucks getting Super Bowl this year. They got a good squad. I don't know about Super Bowl. 27-24. I don't think they can kneel it, and it doesn't look like they're going to. But they're going to run like stretch plays and stuff like that to try to really move the clock here. Mason cuts right. He's going to gain 4 yards. Bears will take their one and only timeout with 1:47 left. So. Yeah, Kevin O'Connell's smart. He says, take it out. Come on now. Yeah, that's funny. Minnesota returner was looking at his coach like, can I come out here or what? Second and 7. Kevin O'Connell is a great coach. I think Dan Campbell should have got Coach of the Year last year. He went 15-2, and O'Connell went 14-3. You can make the argument that O'Connell had less to work with. I get that, but come on, man, give it to the man that beat Kevin O'Connell both times last year. Still, though, Kevin O'Connell, heck of a coach, and did a good job there. Second and 7, 1:47 remaining. Bears are out of timeouts, so we'll see how much of the clock the Vikings can use here. Mason gets wrapped up pretty quickly. So it's 38. This will bring it down to a minute or close to it. The Vikes will run another play. I think the Bears might barely get the ball back. They won't have much time at all, and they don't have any timeouts. Again, I just really think they should have kicked the onside kick there. But they probably wouldn't have got it either on the onside kick. It's usually unlikely to get them, so I don't really blame either decision. Vikings have all 3 of their timeouts left. Kevin O'Connell. 3rd and 7 for the Vikes. They're going to let this one. They're going to juice out every little second they can before they call a timeout. 1:02 remaining. 3rd and 7 up and coming. They're likely going to run or do a safe pass to make sure that clock keeps moving. Last thing you want is an incomplete pass, though, obviously. Give the Bears back the ball with a minute. By the time the punt happens and everything, they'll probably call timeout before the punt too. Provided they don't pick the first down up, this clock will be down to like 20 seconds or so. Probably even more than that, maybe down to like 15 to 20. All right, 3rd and 7. We're going to run with Mason. He'll go left side. He'll gain about 2. Yeah, there's a 16-second difference with the clock. So they're going to call timeout right before that. And then the punt's going to happen. So they're going to have maybe 10 seconds with no timeouts. Bears will be in trouble. But we'll see. We've seen crazier things. It's actually good. At least the Bears are getting the ball back. I didn't even know if that was going to be logistically possible. A lot of times what teams will do, but that I'm shocked Minnesota didn't do, is they kind of hand the ball off like a regular handoff each time. A lot of times teams, I've seen the Chiefs do it plenty of times where get it with the quarterback, step back, step back, step back, take your time, and kneel. You've got to think. So this thing's down to 16 seconds. If they had done that for those 3 plays, it could be down to 5-6 seconds. And they could, there's a lot of things they could do, but they would probably only have to punt, or they could throw the ball out of bounds or whatever, more than likely. But this is the way they went. 16 seconds, so the Bears will have a little bit of offense plays, but not much. Decent first career win for the big J.J. McCarthy. Go blue, says Benny. Go blue, my friend. Yes, sir. Happy for J.J. for sure, provided they finish this one off. Duvernay to return the punt. 13 seconds, 12, 11, 10. Caught at the 20. So 9 seconds remaining for the Bears. No timeouts. Down 27-24. Not much they can do here. We'll see if there can be a miracle on Soldier Field. Caleb Williams on the night, 20 of 34, 191 yards. 1 touchdown. 1 on the ground as well.
He's got a lot going on. He's 22 years old. And barring the incredible, he will start his NFL career 1-0 with a road win.
All right, 1st and 10. Nobody in the backfield with Caleb Williams. 9 seconds remaining. We'll see if they go for it all right here. Going to hit DJ Moore. There's a flag. It hit DJ Moore on the snap as he was going in motion. What's the flag here? Illegal shift on the Bears. All right, 1st and 15 now. 12 penalties for 127 yards for the Bears. Bears are going to bear. Like this is going to be like my guy Connor Burns on TikTok. He ain't going to be happy about this one. This is just what they're used to seeing over the years, man. Just blew this lead in a bad way. It's been pretty embarrassing in the second half. Catch by Dunze. They flip it to Moore. Moore finds a seam. Does pitch it off. He's able to pitch it off. But Minnesota will fall on the ball. Sorry to the DJ Moore. Sorry to the DJ Moore fantasy owners, because that's going to be a fumble. So he's going to lose 2 points there. And Minnesota will end up with a win on the road. Comeback victory, down 17-6 at 1 point. Going a 21-7 run to finish this off. J.J. McCarthy in his first start with the win. He had 3 touchdowns tonight, 2 by air, 1 with his legs. Good game. Really good game. All right, guys, I gotta go to the bathroom, so I'm headed out quick tonight. This is On Tap Sports, your virtual sports bar. Appreciate you guys being here. Benny, thanks for being here, man. Thank everybody over at YouTube. Appreciate all you guys. Follow the channel if you don't already. We'll see you for Thursday Night Football. We'll see you for the videos up until that point. Washington and Green Bay on Thursday. Washington and Green Bay on Thursday on TikTok. Give me a follow if you haven't already, guys, on Tap Sports. God bless you and have a great night.